don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
All right, y'all. We are back up in here. What we playing? Otis. Yeah. Come on, Otis. Come on. Come on. All right. We're gonna count that down. We're gonna count that down right there. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's enough of that, y'all. Enough of that, y'all. Look, I can't find my other glass, so I got on my clear one. So y'all don't tell me anything look ugly. Cause I think they do. But look, man, welcome back, y'all. On your way in, as usual, man, if you're watching over on Let's Talk with JVJ on oh yeah. Well, I got it on Facebook. You watching on Let's Talk with JVJ on Facebook, Let's Talk with JVJ on YouTube, or you're watching over on the JVJ Network, also on YouTube. Make sure you do your boy like, do your boy subscribe, share the videos, turn the notice on. If you're watching over on Facebook thing, you just got to follow, because I don't know what else Facebook be doing over there. But look, man, I'm really going to say this, and I was really thinking about this before I covered this video today, y'all. I really do not like covering these videos. I don't. I'm getting tired of seeing this type of shit, and I really wish I wasn't motivated to do these. Because if I wasn't motivated to do them, I think that most of my fellow Americans would come around and be like, yeah, we sick and tired of this. We putting our foot down. We standing on something, and we ain't finna allow this happen no more. But obviously, we haven't gotten to that point in time in society. So I got to cover another one of these videos, y'all. And it's already been egregious, but just the more and more you see it, it just brings up bad feelings. And I really think one day if people see this happen to their family, they would stop saying that it's okay. And I don't want it to get to that point, but I think that's what it would take for people to come around. So look, man, today we're going to be covering two very questionable interactions with citizens and police. And unfortunately, in both of these situations, people lose their lives. And it's not the cops. So, people can wipe that off. Cop didn't lose his life. Cop didn't lose it. Yeah. But some citizens lost their lives. And I want y'all to tell me, is it justified? Y'all see the title. Cop shoots in less than 4 seconds. But was he justified? I want y'all honest opinion about these. For the first video, y'all, that we're going to be covering, is going to be coming from the civil rights lawyer. And he's going to do his breakdown to give you a good understanding of what actually transpired and how things led up to what they led up to. So make sure you're listening carefully. And we're just going to jump into it, y'all. I got to get up early in the morning, so we're going to make sure we rock out through these. Either way, though, let's get it, y'all.
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel. Today we're diving into a disturbing case out of San Diego, California, a police shooting that left a 16-year-old boy dead, sparking outrage and serious questions about the Fourth Amendment. This incident happened on January 28, 2025, but the details and body cam footage were just released last week, and they shine a spotlight on something that is very common in police shootings across the country. Let's break it down step by step and figure out what this means for your rights.
Tonight, dozens joined a candlelight vigil held for 16-year-old Kanoa Stephen Wilson. Now, for the first time, we're seeing the moments leading up to a San Diego police officer shooting and killing the 16-year-old downtown.
On the night of January 28th, San Diego police officers were already downtown, responding to an unrelated call near the Santa Fe Depot trolley platform. That's when they heard gunfire, shots ringing out in the distance. Multiple security cameras captured the shooting incident that happened. 16-year-old juvenile Kanoa Wilson can be seen walking through a corridor in the Santa Fe Depot. When that 16-year-old juvenile reached the train platform, there was a confrontation that ensued between him and two other individuals. One of those individuals, also a 16-year-old juvenile, pulls out a gun and fires multiple shots towards Wilson, who then begins to run away, obviously fearing for his life. Approximately 30 seconds before the shooting incident, San Diego police officer Matthew Gold, who had been on the force for 2 years, exited his patrol car on the Kettner Boulevard side of the Santa Fe depot. As the shots were being fired, another officer, only identified as officer number 1, broadcast the following over the radio.
2014, I got shots fired. Again, I got shots fired over at Santa Fe depot.
After hearing only that snippet of what was broadcast over the radio by officer number 1, and also hearing the sound of the gunfire, Officer Matthew Gold then ran towards the Santa Fe corridor. And unbeknownst to him, this 16-year-old juvenile who is fleeing for his life is running in the opposite direction, coming directly towards him. Officer Gold arrived at the corridor entrance at about the exact same time as the juvenile, who again is running away from the shooting incident. As they're about to collide, now Officer Gold's body cam is on and we can hear the audio of what was said and also what was unsaid. He's clearly running away from something. It would be reasonable to believe that he's running away from the incident where the shots were fired. The officer does not know anything about the shooting. He only heard the shots. He heard the radio call from the other officer who heard the shots.
2014, I got shots fired. Again, I got shots fired over at Santa Fe depot.
He sees an unknown individual running away, does not observe a firearm or any other weapon, does not observe any sort of threatening moves or behavior by this unknown individual, yet makes the split-second decision to shoot him without saying a word. After the kid was shot, he kept running and he screams out in distress, and then he disappears behind the police cruiser.
San Diego police!
Only after that happens did the first words come out of Officer Gold's mouth, when he quickly said San Diego Police Department.
San Diego police!
Now here's the reason why I included an asterisk, whatever the hell those things are, in the initial graphic when I said unarmed. After he was shot, medical treatment begins. Then the cops find a gun inside his clothing.
Okay, gun.
Hey, easy with the gun. Easy with the gun. Easy with the gun. Okay.
Hey, 24 yellow, firearm recovery.
As far as I can tell, it's undisputed that no police officer observed that firearm until after the shooting had already occurred. Yet,
And this is where I want to stop. This is where I want to stop real quick. Like y'all know I like to do my little talking. I like to do my little ranting. Clearly, y'all get the situation. Y'all get the situation of what's going on. These police are out, at least 2 of them, at this certain situation or around this certain situation. This kid walks up. He's over there by the bus, not the bus, but the train. And one guy ups the gun on him, starts shooting. We don't know what was said between him and the other 2 guys, but we know that the other guy started shooting at him. He didn't try to pull a gun on him or nothing like that. He turned and got the hell, at least try to get the hell out of Dodge. So picture, and I want y'all to put yourselves in the mind of this 16-year-old. He's running from somebody trying to shoot him. And the one person you would think, or the one group of people you would think that would be there to protect them and help defend them, or at least possibly try to save their lives, ends up being the one that ends his life. That's where we start off with that issue first. It's going to get a little bit deeper and it's going to get a little bit more egregious, in my honest opinion, at least the way I feel about it. Now, y'all could possibly feel differently about it, but this kid ran away from somebody else that was shooting at him. And then he ended up getting shot by the cops. Now, the gun part coming out now is going to lead us into the actual issue that I have with this video. So I'm letting him keep going.
what is the main thing that law enforcement already, before the investigation is completed, wants you, the public, to know about the shooting? That they found a gun. And if you look at the local news stories, half of the comments say a 16-year-old shouldn't have had a gun. There's two problems with that. One, it's legally irrelevant because the officer did not observe that.
Now, look, that bothers me. That bothers me because we have a lot of people in our society that leave these type of comments and they truly believe it. Watch this.
About the shooting, that they found a gun. And if you look at the local news stories.
First comment. Leader who never caused trouble yet had a firearm with them. I don't know what the leader party is. I don't know what they're trying to get at with that one, but leader who never caused trouble yet had a firearm with him. Okay. And 23 people liked that comment. What was the next one?
Half of the comments say a 16-year-old shouldn't have had a gun. There's two problems with that.
Bottom line, this person had a gun and was dealt with accordingly. 24 comments, y'all. 24 likes. 24 likes. This is the second part of my issue with this video. We saw what happened from the beginning, and we're kind of noticing what happened towards the end of it, where the kid was shot by the cops. And you still have people coming in here. Mr. Ralph is letting everybody know, bottom line is, this person had a gun and he was dealt with. And we all know now that the gun was found after being shot, not after the cop said that the kid pointed a gun at him. He saw the gun on his waistband or something like that. Anything threatening towards his life. No, he just shot the kid running around the corner in less than, 4 seconds? Like I put in the title? Less than 4 seconds. But they'll still come around. We have people that will still come around to defend the cops no matter what. And justify, this person had a gun. I want y'all all to remember what country we live in. A country where people yell up and down on the political side that one side's trying to take their guns away, right? That's also the same side that will say, well, you had a gun, so you had it coming. Make that make sense. Somebody make that make sense. I thought we want people to have guns. But either way, though, let's keep going.
One, it's legally irrelevant because the officer did not observe that gun, which, by the way, was not fired. Total non-issue, legally speaking. It's just in the court of public opinion, the cops are saying, look, at least we shot somebody who had a gun who shouldn't have had a gun. But my second point is, this kid was just shot at. Who's to say he did not need a gun? Let's take the 16-year-old fact out. The officer didn't know he was 16 at the time. People can legally carry concealed pistols in California. Looking at it objectively, not knowing his age, he's running away from being shot at. Perhaps he did need a gun. So here, that's a complete red herring. What is actually relevant to the courts? Under the Fourth Amendment, the police can't just shoot you because they're scared. The Supreme Court laid this out in Tennessee versus Garner back in 1985. Deadly force is only justified if the police officer has probable cause to believe the suspect poses an immediate threat of death or serious bodily harm to the officer or others. Then there's Graham versus Connor from 1989, which says that the reasonableness of force depends on the totality of the circumstances, the severity of the crime, whether there's immediate danger, and whether the suspect is resisting or fleeing. So here's the setup. Shots are fired somewhere. This 16-year-old is running away from the area where those shots came from. Officer Gold doesn't see him shoot, doesn't see a gun in his hand, and doesn't give any clear warning before shooting this kid. Kanoa's not charging at him. He's clearly just trying to get out of there as soon as possible. So where's the immediate threat? The Ninth Circuit, which covers California, has ruled on many cases like this before. And they've said it time and time again, shooting a fleeing suspect without a clear and immediate danger to somebody violates the Fourth Amendment. In AKH versus City of Tustin 2016, cops shot a guy walking away after reports of shots fired, no gun in hand. The court said it could be excessive. In Cruz versus Anaheim 2014, the suspect fled. He reached for his waistband, allegedly, got shot. No gun was found on him. The Ninth Circuit said that a jury could find that that was a Fourth Amendment violation, depending on whether or not they actually believed the cop's claim that he went for his waistband. Because if he didn't, that definitely is a Fourth Amendment violation. Hayes versus County of San Diego 2013 and George versus Morris of 2013 both hammered this home. No clear danger, no justification. Bottom line, if an officer hears shots, sees you running, and pulls the trigger without seeing a crime or a threat, like what we see happen to Kanoa Wilson, it's almost certainly going to be a Fourth Amendment violation. And the federal.
But how many people do you think are going to sit around and defend this cop putting bullets in this kid and this kid losing his life? How many people? Because I can actually go underneath his video and show y'all how many people actually think what the cop did in this situation was perfectly fine, aka justified. And it bothers me. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It really bothers me that we live in a country where people can see something like this happen and be like, yeah, nothing happened. He had it coming. He deserved it. That's really fucked up. Me personally, I think that's really fucked up. I just don't know no other way to put it. Within this kid turning that corner, his life was going to really end in the next few seconds. All because you had a cop that was trigger happy and literally shot the first person that came around that corner. Because that's what happened. He's running to the corner. The kid's running up the alleyway, and he popped out and he shot him. Just shot him. And then the cops came out and said, well, we found a gun. And that's all it took for some people to get on the internet underneath the police post and the video post and be like, well, he found a gun. I don't think people truly understand how messed up we are in our society, but I'm going to talk more about that at the end of this video.
Federal courts and the Ninth Circuit are almost certainly going to deny qualified immunity to any officer who shoots under those circumstances. The Ninth Circuit is clear. Fleeing alone does not greenlight deadly force, even if an officer hears shots. So this shooting has drawn scrutiny for good reason. The San Diego Sheriff's Office is investigating, and the community is now demanding answers.
This officer needs to be held accountable for not taking protocol into consideration and not being aware of what he was actually doing.
Tonight, a vigil was held downtown. People set out candles, photos, and messages in honor of Kanoa Steven Wilson.
We're going to miss him, but this is how we remember him.
Was this a tragic mistake, a rush to judgment, or something worse? What do you think if you were on the jury and you watched this body cam footage? Was this shooting justified, or did it cross the line and violate the Fourth Amendment? Drop your thoughts in a comment if you want.
Hey, y'all ain't got to drop them in the comments. Y'all can drop them up here. Y'all can drop them up here right now. I just dropped the link too for anybody that wants to give their opinion on it. Look, most of the time when they get to court, they're going to say, what did the officer know at the time of the shooting? And at that time of the shooting, the cop didn't know nothing, but there were shots fired in the area. And that's going to get proven out in court. Now, I know there are going to be a lot of people out here that's going to say, well, that cop he had a hard job, he had a strong job, and, you know, he had to make it home to his family that day, and sometimes he has to make split-second decisions. I want people to understand when they argue those points, you're on the other side of that split-second decision. And just because you have a scary officer, a skittish officer, or maybe an officer with bad intentions, I don't know which one it could be. I have no idea. You'll be on the other side of that, and this result will still be the same. I don't understand how a community could get behind that and justify it, how fellow American citizens can get behind that and try to justify it by saying, well, he had a gun in a country that has more guns than people. And advocates for their guns. The kid lost his life running away from somebody shooting him and got shot out of cops and lost his life. That should bother people. That should really bother people. Because it bothered me, y'all. And I know everybody shouldn't think the way I think, but that's completely unjustified. And now we have the sheriff department. They're going to investigate the city police. And what do y'all think they're going to come to? The city police were already allowed to put out a narrative that the kid had a gun, even though he never pointed it. The officer can never claim that he even knew the kid had a gun until body cam actually showed. They found it after the kid had collapsed on the ground after you shot him. But that narrative is going to be out there in people's minds. It's going to be out there in people's minds. We always say, like, especially the people that want to defend the cops all the time, say we shouldn't be rushing to judgment. What do you say on the side when the cops put out a narrative that a kid had a gun, but then you see the actual video of what transpired, and that was a kid that was getting shot at. He was running for his life. And he just happened to run across the one person he shouldn't have ran across, a police officer. And that police officer ended his life. There's a lot of nuance in this world that we live in. There's a lot of things that transpire in this world that we live in, but I don't think that's it, y'all. Me personally, I don't truly think that's it. I have an issue with that. For those who don't, man, look, man, I can't tell you nothing. Look, I can't tell you nothing if that don't bother you. If that doesn't bother you, I can't tell you nothing, man. Look, I would tell you just click off of this and please don't subscribe to none of my content because I actually give a fuck about other people. And if somebody's in the wrong, I feel like accountability should be held. Y'all see what my logo say? Accountability, responsibility. Whether that's for me, whether that's for you, or whether that's for somebody that we don't even know. We all got to be held to it. Because if there's not a standard, then what's the point of even saying, what's the point of rules if there's no standard? If there's no standard, fuck the rules. We all need to be held to some type of account. If we do this, we get that. And just because you have a certain job should not automatically get you, like, it shouldn't be no get out of jail free card. But I'm starting to notice that a lot of people in this country actually are for that type of shit, especially if it's somebody they like. But we had another situation. That happened. And I'm going to show the video first. And then I'm going to show somebody covering the commentary because I know certain people might not like the commentary that's going to come from this channel, mainly because it's this channel. But I'm going to show the video first. Pretty much there was a call once again about a shooting at an event, and a cop was responding, and somebody got shot 9 times in the back. I repeat that. There was a call about shots fired at an incident, y'all, and the police responded, and somebody got shot 9 times in the back. Now, I want y'all to remember what was the justification for the first shot that the police put out. I want y'all to hear the justification for this one and tell me if y'all see anything in common. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey, Barry Ryan, did you get it? Across the street!
The address of your emergency.
Hi, yes, I'm at Main Event Entertainment in Herman's Ranch. We just heard gunshots from inside the building. We just heard gunshots from the building. Everybody's running.
Okay, do you know how many people are involved?
We're not sure. We just heard a lot of gunshots, and now people are exiting the building.
How many gunshots did you hear?
We heard a lot. It was like too many to count. It was at least 10.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun now! Drop it! Shots fired. Shots fired. Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun now! Drop it! Shots fired.
Once again, I hope y'all understand why I'm bothered with the videos that I'm covering tonight. First angle, surveillance. Now we know the story. We know the call. This is the call, y'all. Once again, let's hear the call because we're going to be the jury right now on social media. We're going to be the jury.
Everybody line, just get it across the street.
The address of your emergency.
Hi, yes, I'm at Main Event Entertainment in Highlands Ranch. We just heard gunshots from inside the building. We just heard gunshots from the building. Everybody's running.
Okay, do you know how many people are involved?
We're not sure. We just heard a lot of gunshots, and now people are exiting the building.
How many gunshots did you hear?
We heard a lot. It was like too many to count. It was at least 10.
Person, the caller, we're at this event. We just heard a lot of gunshots. Heard a lot of gunshots inside of the building. Now there are a lot of people exiting the building. Pretty much they heard shots, they running. People running, they trying to get up out of there. We're watching the video right now. We're watching the video, right? Did the caller sound about right when they said a lot of people are exiting the video? Like, because I would think, you know, if there's a lot of gunshots going on in the area, you had the mall, you had a church, you had McDonald's or something, you start hearing shots, you either getting down or you getting away. One of the two, right? So a lot of people exiting the building while cops are pulling up. Let's see. See one person getting up out of there, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7 people. Probably about 8, 9, 10, about 10 people, 11, 12 people getting up out of there. Getting up out of there.
Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun now! Drop it!
Now I want to make sure everybody's watching from this angle, because we need to highlight right over here where this white car is and the officer's approaching. This person coming around the car right here is the person that was shot. Y'all, I think y'all can see my cursor. Yeah, can y'all see my cursor? Yeah, y'all can see my cursor on screen. This person right here was the one coming around the car. Right? Officer sees him. Obviously, officer sees him as a threat. And the reason he does, because the narrative that's going to come out is he had a gun, right? He had a gun. Got a call for shooting. No suspect, no nothing. But you see a guy with a gun. All right. So the officer approaches him. All right.
Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun now! Drop it!
Now, you also pay very close attention to the person's head, right? Because normally most people, your head leads where your body turns to, right? Look at his head. Right now, he's facing forward. Facing forward. When we're going to do all the angles, y'all. We're going to do all the angles because we want to make sure we're accurate about this before I play the next video, because it's going to piss some people off. Head facing forward towards the front of the car. You can see it right now. If you don't believe me, I'll rewind it back a little bit. Now he's facing straight towards the car on the other side. Let's watch it in slow-mo. Let's watch it in slow-mo real quick, like, because this is where I have issues, man. If you're scared to do your job, go home. If you're scared to do your job, go home. Never turn towards the police officer, not one bit. He had a gun, y'all. He had a gun in his hand. Never turn towards the police officers.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun now!
Head still straight, facing the front of the car. Talking to whoever's over here in this area. Who's over here by that pillar, that blue pillar, y'all, that we're looking at? They're still, whoever this person is with a gun that's about to get shot is still talking and saying something back and forth to whoever's over here by this pillar. Not facing the officer, not turning the gun to him, not nothing.
Drop it!
9 shots. Just so happened to catch him in the back. But let's see the other angle. Let's see the other angle. it down. And I don't like showing this. I really don't like showing this, y'all. But there's going to be people in our society that still sit around here, because I'm going to show y'all the comments underneath this one. I haven't read them yet. I saw the ones in the other one, so I already knew what it was. So y'all can see, the back of that jersey right there. I don't know who wears number 3. I have no idea who wears number 3, but I can see number 3. And normally they put it on the front and the back. And I can tell that this person's not looking at the cops. All right? I can tell that this person's not looking at the cops.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun now!
Opens the door, somewhat parallel to the cop, kind of like at a little 90-degree angle, not looking at the cop, just kind of a little parallel to him.
Drop it!
I want to get the body frame when the first gunshot came out. It's kind of hard to catch it. That's pretty much it right there. When I hit this button real quick, when I click this button, does it look like this person is facing the cop with that gun? Does it look like that? Let's play it real quick. There are a lot of people in our society that will think that's okay. I understand, y'all. I truly understand that cops have a hard job. And yeah, y'all just got the air quotes. But what threat was out there facing him right then? Let's see. First comment. It's been a while since I've seen an officer handle business with no backup. Handled the threat perfectly. Who threatened the cop's life? Who was threatening the public? And I'm truly asking this question because, you know, some people say, well, he had a gun. Is that illegal? I really want to know that, y'all. Is that illegal? Because that's the mindset that a lot of people revert to. He had a gun. Do you know that that was the shooter? Could that have been a father or a brother trying to defend themselves from the shots that were raining out? We don't know. You know why? Because the cop just shot the first dude he saw with a gun. Right? But, you know, this person, you know, got 2.7K likes. 2.7K likes. So obviously we got a lot of people that agree with that. See, next person said, and I think this might be a personal reason. If you listen to the press conference from the family, you think he was the next in line to become the Pope. 2.5K likes. All right. Not defending it. Right along with it. He just ignores the officer with a rifle. Darwinism. Okay. I don't know how he would know the officer has a rifle if he never turned around. Screaming woman and man and screaming man. I don't know how that comment got 2K likes, but you know. Dude yelling no. Oh yeah, homie had every chance to drop that gun. Cops aren't playing out there. There's another person justifying the shooting. I don't know what this is. Sebrom succumbed to his Sebrom. She called. Okay, now she got a nickname for the black guy. I guess it's a black name. I never heard somebody named Sebrom succumbed to his injuries. That's all I needed to read. Okay, a whole bunch of people. The suspect succumbed to his injuries. Everyone liked that. Okay, this is the people in America, and if y'all look at the comments, you can see some of these people got pictures, and you see who all they look like, and you see who most of them look like. All right, heroic cop running towards the gunfight. Ooh-wee, the gunfight. Did the caller say there was a shooting inside the event? He's running to the gunfight outside the event? Okay. Stay safe, deputy. Thank you for your service. The threat has been neutralized. Okay. Well, he certainly dropped the gun after that. When the ego and stupidity get you. When ego and stupidity get you what? Now the men are screaming too. Perfect right here. What a wonderful ethnic culture. All right. So I wanted to get those out the way. Because clearly it was a black dude that got shot. So we see the situation of how our fellow Americans view a situation like this, how they don't give a fuck whether an American citizen, when their fellow Americans get shot and gunned down like that. They don't care even if the officer was in fear for his life. And we watched the video in slow-mo, and we saw that there was never no threat to the officer. Nobody ever pointed a gun at an officer. We don't even know the situation, do we? We don't even know if that guy was the shooter inside of the building. Well, let's go find out. Let's go find out if somehow this officer made the right decision in the moment with running up with a rifle already in his lap, which is normally locked in their trunk, in a lockbox. Somehow it was magically already in his lap. And did he make the right decision to shoot this man in the back? Let's find out. Because I already know that some people are going to highly disagree with this commentary that's happening right here, but we're actually going to get the reports. Because, every time it's an officer doing something, we need to be slow to judgment. But a lot of people on the internet seem to be quick to rush to judgment, like everybody else does when we see certain things happen. But let's see. Shout out to TYT and Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I know sometimes I don't agree with them, but on this one, I think I do. Let's go.
It's a very disturbing video. It's a very disturbing story. All right. There's a Colorado cop who's caught shooting a black male point blank in the back. I have the background and update. Here's a video.
Copy your unit number, your muscle.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun now! Drop it!
Put up the picture full mass. I'm taking you to Colorado. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office has recently released video of a deadly shooting of 23-year-old Jalen Sebron by one of his deputies last month. Tyrone Glover, a Denver attorney who's representing the family of the man that the deputy killed, says not only was the shooting not justified, but the video contradicts the sheriff's office statements. That shooting occurred just before midnight on the 8th of February at the family-friendly entertainment venue at 64 Centennial Boulevard. This is in Highlands Ranch. A shooting had occurred inside the venue, and a woman was later arrested and charged for her alleged involvement in that shooting. Before she was arrested, however, a Douglas County Sheriff's deputy responded to calls about the shooting and found a man with a handgun in the parking lot. The deputy, armed with a rifle, approaches the man and shouts, "Hey, drop the gun now." About 7 seconds had elapsed from the time the deputy got out of his cruiser to the first shot being fired. And it was about 3 seconds between the time he first shouted to his first firing his gun. He fired 9 rounds in about 3 seconds, killing the man, who was later identified as 23-year-old Jalen Sebron. Investigators said the young Mr. Sebron was pointing that handgun towards several people and refused commands to drop the gun from the deputy. The sheriff's office video, which it says is unedited and includes security camera, dash cam, and body-worn camera footage, and for statements by the sheriff, Glover said the footage was edited, however. Quote, "I think we knew they were going to heavily edit this footage," he said. "Doing stuff in slow-mo, leaving certain things out, having these voiceovers where they're adding argument and color, and you don't get the benefit of what's actually going on. It just doesn't do the facts justice." Glover said he intends to file a civil lawsuit against the sheriff's office. Put him up.
I want y'all to understand, I didn't show y'all the edited photo, like the edited footage. Y'all got the actual footage in real time, no slow-mos, no nothing like that. That's the actual time footage. Now, what the sheriff's put out was completely different. Just throwing it out there for you. It was completely different. But we all saw what just happened in that last video. Now, I know there will still be some people that say, well, he had a gun. We heard the statement, at least some of it. They said he pointed it at people. I never watched that dude in the video point the gun at anybody, but guess what? I'll show it again just because. Just because, and see if he pointed a gun at anybody. Because I think that gun that he had in his hand, he's pointing to the sky. Because when y'all kept hearing, and I wanted to say something about it, but I'll say something about it when the video pops back up. When the motherfucker said, "Y'all better get back," that was the dude with the gun. But either way, though, I'm going to let Rashad keep going.
Full mask. Douglas County Sheriff Darren Weekly said, quote, "My deputy heard on the radio shooting, multiple reports of shots, heard gunshots. The gunman pointed his gun at several people and refused multiple commands to put his gun down before turning toward my deputy. These situations unfold very quickly, and this individual forced my deputy to make a split-second life or death decision. It's a decision that no law enforcement officer ever wants to make, but one that could not be avoided." So Sebron's family and their attorney, Mr. Tyrone Glover, had previously disputed claims made by the sheriff's office and say the video contradicts those statements and shows that the shooting was not justified. Quote, "Today, video footage of the fatal shooting of Jalen Sebron by Douglas County Sheriff's deputy has been released, confirming what Jalen's family has maintained since viewing the footage. This shooting was unjustified, unnecessary, and in direct violation of the sheriff's office's own policies and procedures," Glover said. Quote, "The video evidence directly contradicts multiple statements made by the Douglas County Sheriff's Office regarding the circumstances of Jalen's death." Glover, however, says Mr. Sebron was focused on protecting his family and only turned his head toward the deputy before the deputy shot him. Jalen's back was turned to the deputy when shots were fired. Glover said in a statement, the deputy shot Jalen 9 times in the back. On Monday, Glover said in an interview that Sebron was protecting his family, which is why his back was turned to the deputy and facing the entrance of the main event. Quote, "Jalen was in a defensive mode, not attacking mode," he told CBS News Colorado. Quote, "If you look at the Douglas County Sheriff's Office's own policies and procedures, You have to warn someone, give them an opportunity to comply with warning. You have to identify yourself as an officer of the law. What took place inside the main event prior to the deputy shooting Sebron is still under investigation. But investigators have said that the 23-year-old Neviha Crowley Sanders, the woman who was arrested inside the main event, shot another woman, injuring her after a physical confrontation occurred inside a bathroom at the venue. One woman who knows Crowley Sanders has told other media outlets that Ms. Crowley Sanders had been attacked and robbed by a group of women prior to receiving the firearm she allegedly used in the shooting.
I want y'all to understand what the police are also saying, because that part is probably one of the most important ones, especially for all the people that saw the shooting on the outside and was like, "Yep, justified. He had a gun." The 911 call came in about a shooting inside of an event. Investigators come back later and say, because they weren't the ones who just rolled up with a rifle and just started shooting the person. Definitely didn't shoot nobody in the back 9 times. They succumbed to the understanding that there was a woman inside of there, Neviha. I think I said it right. She shot another woman inside of there during a physical confrontation where they tried to rob her in the bathroom. They tried to rob a woman in the bathroom. This woman shot back, but it was a man that got shot. This is an incident between 2 women or multiple women inside of an event, and a man probably trying to defend his girl or whoever the hell. Because y'all, once again, if y'all weren't paying attention, and I'm going to play it again, he was saying, y'all better get back. This woman shot another woman in there. And maybe he had family members that were close to this person or knew this person, or maybe he was related to him. He didn't shoot nobody. He just got his gun out because obviously shots been fired in there. And it's like, y'all motherfucker better, whoever the fuck it is, better get the fuck back. Because I know y'all got a gun, so now my gun coming out. I'm defending my family. And you end up getting shot 9 times in the back. But obviously that don't matter. That don't matter. And I try to tell a lot of black folks, like, man, look, when y'all get into we get into our shit, because we argue, we fight, and sometimes shit can get deadly. When the cops show up, they looking at all of us to shoot. I don't care if it's black officers. I don't care if it's white officers. I don't care if it's Indian officers, Asian officers. They looking at all of us. The stereotype runs across all fucking races, how they feel about us in this country. And people need to understand that. Even our own folks feel a certain type of way about us and believe the same stereotypes. They came to shoot the first motherfucker they seen. First off, he came ready to shoot, period, because he had the rifle in the car. But damn sure, you just gave him extra ammunition by having your gun to defend yourself and your family. You can't defend yourself as a black man in this country with no gun. Because clearly, after the investigators investigated, they arrested a woman for being the one that was shooting. Not him. Did you ever hear, like, him? We gonna keep watching. But did they say that he fired his gun? Was there gun residue found on his hand? Let's find out.
There's more. She has since been charged with 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder, first-degree assault, and several other charges. Investigators have not said whether they believe Sebron was involved in the shooting inside, but they do believe he was there with Crowley Sanders and several others. Sebron's family attorney says the group was at the main event to celebrate the young Mr. Sebron's birthday.
So once again, here you go. What investigators have given us. Yeah. Look, we don't think he was a shooter, y'all. We don't think he was a shooter inside of there, but he was with the people that possibly might have shot. So he dead because of that. Because he had a gun. He didn't shoot nobody. He didn't break no law. But he's dead, right? Keep going.
All right. So the initial shooting happens. Mr. Sebron is protecting his family. I agree with the attorney. I do agree with the attorney. He's not firing his gun at all. There's no offensive fire. He's in a defensive posture because there's gunshots happening around his family. And he's protecting his family. Seemingly, based on the sheriff's office own report, the individuals involved had nothing to do with Mr. Sebrum. But initially, in their statement, they called him the gunman. But he wasn't the gunman. He just happened to be a man with a gun, which the last time I checked, he had the right to bear arms. And so having a gun in a defensive stance as a black male gets you 9 bullets in the back. Having a gun in another scenario with a white male gets you, well, your rights are preserved. This is obviously a tragedy. And naturally, I concur with the attorney here that the statements don't add up from the sheriff's office. It looks as if.
Oh, and let me interject real quick, like, because I know some people like, oh, there goes that race baiting. Can I offer you a Dylan Roof? For y'all that don't remember Dylan Roof, he went inside of a church, a black church actually, and shot up all the people up in there. Shot them up with a rifle. Shot them up. A lot of people lost their lives. Yeah, look, like, y'all, I will tell y'all, man, look, they took him to jail eventually. He ended up in prison. You know, he had his day in court. And they also went and got him Burger King before they took him to jail. Yeah, the police officers did. This young white male. Can I throw you out of Cal Rittenhouse? Drove across state lines with a gun that he wasn't supposed to have at the time. Was out there doing whatever he was doing at the BLM protest. He ended up shooting and deleting. I think he deleted what? 2 white people? 2 white people? He was a white dude. Deleted 2 white people and severely injured another white person. He didn't get shot. He didn't get shot. He actually ran past a police tanker. You know, they got them new MRAPs now. Well, new for them, but you know, MRAPs, we use them in the military. Most of y'all don't know what they are, but they're heavily armored vehicles. You can fit a good little bit of people in the back. He ran past them with his rifle. They didn't stop, get out and shoot his ass. I know a lot of people always say, oh, race baiting. Dude, there's so many situations where I can show you, and I'm literally gonna pull up one in a second. I'm gonna pull up one in a second where white folks have guns and they waving them out and they doing whatever they do and the cops do not shoot. But just the sense of seeing a black person with a gun, they lighten them up. This man got 9 shots in the back. 9 shots in the back. The other kid running that I just showed y'all earlier, he just running. They didn't even know he had a gun. They didn't even know he had a gun on. Shot him in the neck. How often do y'all see that happen to white people? You can give me some stories, give me some videos. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Somebody that never even approaches the cop, never even shows a threat towards the cops and gets shot. That's white. Please show it to me. Please show it to me. Because I know it has happened, but I don't think y'all had the videos. Please send me a link.
If the sheriff's office attempted to make this young man look to be the aggressor, when simply the deputy that did this, he just got it wrong. And he shot a black man that was holding a gun in a protective stance, trying to defend his family and likely others. This is a developing story. Obviously, we are going to bring you more information as it develops. Dear brother, thoughts here?
First of all, being a police officer is a difficult duty. It is not easy to be a police officer. Respect and kudos to all the good police officers. However, if you are trigger happy, do not become a police officer. If you're easily scared or scary, do not become a police officer. If you're mentally unstable, have anger management issues, please do not become a police officer. 9 rounds in 3 seconds, that's like a world record. That's a man who should be at the Olympics shooting them all. Do you think this is Terminator 6? Like, how did you get 9 rounds off in 3 seconds and ascertain the entire situation within 2 seconds in order to do so? There is a Second Amendment in this country Constitution. We're all the Second Amendment people because you have the right to bear arms. So figure out why the person is bearing the arms instead of using the arms against them. You are here to protect and serve, not be judge, jury, and executioner. And most importantly, you should be de-escalating situations, not escalating them as soon as you get on the scene. The last thing I'd like to point out is, if what happened is what happened, then why do they lie?
Right.
Bad police officers always lie and change the narrative about what happened. They didn't see a 13-year-old, they saw a 25-year-old man. The person's front was to them when the video clearly shows it's their back. Whatever it is, they often lie. And the reason I say this is because the lies are always used against the accused. So why not this time? So if I committed a crime and lied about it, they would bring that up in court. We'll bring this up in court.
That's right. It's called evidence of a guilty conscience.
I have an issue with both of these situations. Now, I know some people will come around and say, well, we don't know if he legally was even able to have that gun. I tell those people, you're right. You're 100% right. You know who also don't know if he had a legal right to carry that firearm? The officer who shot him in the back 9 times. Like, there was a shooting that happened down here in Alabama a while back. I think it was up in Birmingham. There was I guess a fight or whatever that broke out at one of the malls. I think the Galleria Mall. I think that's the mall that the big one up there. Whichever one that everybody go to up there. I think it was the Galleria Mall. There was a fight that broke out, and then there was a shooting that broke out. And there's always a police presence at that mall. And when the police responded, they ended up shooting a black army guy. Like, dude, he was in the army. I think he was home on leave, and they ended up shooting him, deleted him real quick. We don't know for a fact still to this day if he was involved in the situation where the guns were fired, but we never got any evidence to show that he had fired his gun off. But when the police responded, they came in, and that was the first person he was the first black person they saw with a gun and shot him. But there were a lot of videos that came out after that incident that showed there was a lot of white folks in that building, exactly in that same area, that had their guns out, because in Alabama, I will tell y'all, we like our guns. We like our guns down here, y'all. And they all had their guns out, and you can see them on body cam. But the only person that the cop decided to direct their attention to happened to be the young service member that happened to be black. And he was the one that got deleted. And I understand people want to say, well, it's not racism. Is it bias? Because, like these gun laws, I don't think a lot of people even know the history of their own country. When a lot of these gun control laws came out was after the Black Panthers started carrying guns around. I don't think they know that. I truly don't think y'all know. A lot of folks know their own damn history in this country. If you want to get rid of black history, well, hell, you might want to learn about black history, because the simple fact is black history and American history are pretty much the exact same damn thing. It's just one side of the coin that you don't like to talk about. Everybody want to talk about the head size of a coin. Now we need to talk about the tail size too, because it'll let you know how the head's got to where it is. I got Mr. Lister in the building, man. Look, I'm gonna stop because I need to slow down real quick because these videos bother me, man. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, man. This it ain't nothing new, This type of thing here, man. I don't even see a real solution other than some type of way. I feel like black folks got to take matters in their own hands with this particular situation. Like, we gotta, as a community, say this right here is something we unanimously be like, we're not dealing with this police brutality on blacks. We're not dealing with this no more. Like, this is one thing that we can all come together and be like, okay, the elephant in the room is why do these guys come in on the scene already on one, already jacked up, already ready? Like this nigga was loading the magazine on his way to the scene.
No seatbelt.
No seatbelt. None. Zero.
Shoot your ass for that shit.
Yeah, speeding that. Like that nigga was ready, bro. So it's like, my thing is, what is the psyche of these police officers approaching the scene like this? You know what I mean? Like, and then what's the problem with finding minorities to police their own fucking community? Like, when is that gonna be implemented? Like, what the fuck? I'm so sick of looking at white officers trying to neutralize black situations, bro. It don't go together, and it's not gonna.
You can't relate.
You can't relate at all, in no form of fashion. There's no experience, no nothing. So it's like that's like showing up to a job and not having any experience in the field of what you're trying to work. Like,
I got you a good one. It's like me trying to show up to a trailer park and stop two white folks trying to stab each other. I don't know how y'all get down and what y'all do, even though I lived around white folks my whole life.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to call somebody to assist you that's able to neutralize situations like that.
All I can come in and do is use force. I can't de-escalate this situation.
It might not even be a subject, a matter where you have to use force. Like, you come in on something different, man. So you're not even thinking in your mind that you can neutralize the situation without violence. Like, that's not even a thought. As soon as you hear a gun, that's it.
That's all you need to hear.
That's all you need to hear. So it's sad, bro. Like, it speaks to the training. It's everything, bro. Across the nation, bro. These police officers are not equipped to police African American neighborhoods. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Look, I'm gonna show something real quick, just for the people that forgot. And this happened about 6-7 years ago. And people said we wouldn't get to the point of this severity anymore. We wouldn't get to it. We learned from our mistakes. We will move forward. And clearly, y'all just saw 2 videos of where this was an issue. First kid wasn't even black. They did it to him, but Hispanic. So they put him right there with us. They try their best to. They don't treat you just like us, but y'all just know they don't. You ain't Asian, buddy. Just to let you know that they got a hierarchy of who they like and who they don't like, and y'all down here with us.
Them cops shit, bro. I did a video yesterday, bro, on my channel. Cop overdosing on fentanyl, bro, smoking that shit. He ran up on a dude, took his dope, let him off with a warning, then report the drugs, and went in the bathroom stall, tried to smoke it, and fucking overdose. And the cop his partner that found him tried to dress it up, tried to, trying to cover for him and shit.
Oh, they gonna do it.
It's so bad. Like, it's like, man, you cannot fight that. Like,
you can't fight a system where they protect yourself,
bro. So it's like, man, you have to be in the mindset when it comes to survival mode and survival of the fittest. I pick me over you. I don't give a fuck what you got on and what law you represent. When it comes to survival of the fittest, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit you talking about no law, no nothing. Because evidently, you don't give a fuck about my rights.
The law don't matter when you on the line. And I'm talking about from the cop perspective, because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You supposed to be law enforcement. You supposed to be upholding the law. And all the videos, y'all, that I cover, they're violating them.
Damn right. Straight up. And
but I'm gonna show you.
Man, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this. It's less than a minute. It's less than a minute. But after this happened, and I think it might ring in some people's memories when this happened. And we said we were gonna move past this. We were past this. And remember, George Floyd came after this, Trayvon Martin came after this, all these other people came after this. But when this shit right here happened, the country tried to say we're past this. Y'all tell me if y'all think we got past this right here. Check it out.
Chicago police have just released the graphic dash cam video showing a white police officer fatally shooting a black teenager. The disturbing video shows 17-year-old Laquan McDonald being shot 16 times by Officer Jason Van Dyke
16 times. God damn.
October 2014. The veteran officer was charged with first-degree murder of the teen on Tuesday and is no longer being paid by the police department. The video shows the teen walking through the street holding what reports say is a 3-inch knife when he is suddenly shot and falls to the ground. A judge ordered the city to release the video no later than Wednesday. Mayor Rahm Emanuel urged Chicago residents to stay calm before the video's release as the city has been preparing for protests.
Now, I want to pause real quick, like, because they paused right when the shots rang out.
Yeah.
Right here. You see how far away those police officers were from this kid?
Yeah.
And 17 is a kid in my book. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of y'all might call him grown, but I bet money you wouldn't call your 17-year-old daughter or son grown. 17-year-old is still a kid.
He probably just turned 17.
Look at the distance. And the reason Inside Edition didn't show the video, when they said how many bullets they shot at him, repeat the number, how many? 16 bullets in him.
Yes, sir.
After the fourth one, that kid was on the ground, y'all.
You know it. And he ain't had nothing but a knife.
Had a knife. Look at the distance once again. That's when they started shooting. That's the most important part. They started shooting at him from this distance. You think that kid gonna Superman Hadouken over there and stab one of them? They shot that kid from that distance where they dude, you probably about at least literally, I don't know how far apart a driving lane is, but that's pretty much what they are right now. If you look at this video. Yeah. And they put 16 bullets in this kid. The kid dropped after 4 or 5, and they kept shooting him while he was on the ground.
About 7-8 feet right now.
It was so bad that you saw the bullets that missed his body bounce off the concrete.
That's close. That's close, bro. That's wow.
And after this happened, America told us that we were past this. We were past this. But over and over and over and over, y'all.
They show us what's going on, but their words create the narrative. Like they try to get ahead of the story to try to tell you what it is you're looking at. They're telling you. Instead of you making up your own mind, using common sense for what you see, they'll get around ahead of the story and try to shape the narrative.
And that's what it's always about, man. It's about the narrative. That's why underneath these videos, I show the videos and I show the comments. Yep. In the comments, they see certain people see what they want to see, and they want to hear the narrative. They heard the narrative that they need to hear, and they automatically then formulated their own opinion. Mm-hmm. Well, why would the cops lie? Shit, because they don't want to be in the wrong. Just like, why would you lie? Cops stop you and you got a pound of weed in the trunk. Why would you lie? Because you ain't trying to go to jail. Okay, the cops stop you and you ain't did shit, but they grab you up out of the car and tase you and shit because you might have had an attitude towards them, but you was in your rights. Why would they lie about that? Because they ain't trying to get in trouble. Man, same thing.
When you're trying to figure out a motive to solve a crime, sometimes it depends on what the crime is, man. The motive is irrelevant, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter that you're trying to figure out somebody's psyche, what motivates them to break a crime. If the shit is committed and if you could prove who did it, I don't give a fuck whether it was premeditated or not. Throw the book at that motherfucker, bro.
Plain and simple.
It's plain and simple.
Look, right is right and wrong is wrong.
All day long.
And I don't know how other people get around that. And that's why I truly believe this. And I'm not trying to beat down on just one group of people, because I said it before and I'll say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear me. When it comes to policing in America, it don't matter what race the cop is. He could be black, white, Asian, Latino, Indian. It don't matter.
Right.
This is a system that we're dealing with. And this system allows the worst of people to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And we as a public, I'm going to just say it, man. Most American people are pussies. A lot of y'all are straight pussy. Hopefully none of my subscribers are pussy, but a lot of folks are straight pussy. Because when it come down to it, a lot of y'all not willing to risk your life and stand for nothing. A lot of us don't stand for shit. We fall for everything.
And if it don't affect us directly, we ain't gonna do shit about it.
If you refuse to change something, you're choosing it.
Yeah.
If you refuse, y'all, and I'm gonna repeat it because I gotta do it like Dr. Umar, repeat it 3 times. If you refuse to change something, you are choosing it. If you refuse,
you support it. You all for it. You good. You
they
all
call
good.
it. It's called being complicit. If you ain't choosing to change the fucked up shit that's happening around you, bitch, you chose that shit. You cool with it.
You good. You good. Like, you don't see nothing wrong. You don't see shit wrong.
And I just wait for that day.
Run away from the plantation for Massa. Shit, Massa, good Massa. I ain't running away. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell on you for trying to run away. I'm a snitch.
Me over there thinking about running away.
Yeah. That's why he came. That's why we can't do nothing, man. Like, for some shit like that, man, we need to do shit in secret. Don't tell a lot of motherfuckers. And my personal opinion, just specifically with the police brutality, black folks who got guns gonna have to stand up, bro, and say, man, enough is enough of this shit. I'm going home tonight. You gotta worry about going home, but I know I'm going home. Like I'm tired of like pushing that fear month, because you got to think of the subconscious side too. It's like, man, black boys are being raised by parents to fear cops. We get pep talks from our parents. Talk with respect and make sure you do this and you do that. And when you're engaging a police officer, man, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that. I'm not raising. If I have a kid, I'm not raising them like that.
I'm gonna teach my kids to know their rights.
That's it. And nothing.
And if you got a problem, you got a problem, call me.
Nigga, that's it. All that apologizing to cops and doing all the fuck that. If you ain't broke no law, stay.
Just don't even say nothing to them. Don't say nothing to them. Call me.
Right. That's your right not to say nothing. You don't have to say shit if you don't want to.
Now here you go. We got a sorry, he said, and I'm glad I finally got somebody in here eventually that was gonna push back against it. Somebody had at least a little bit of balls to push back on the video and say that, because pretty much this is defending the cops. But he said put it down, and he didn't. What you thought was gonna happen? It's an active shooter call. A cop say drop the weapon, and he didn't. And I'm gonna add the he in there for him because that ain't what he said. But and he didn't. That's why he was shot. All right. Well, here you go. Let me break something down for you, because logic ain't logicking right now with your statement.
Because he trying to use cause and effect. You know what I mean? Like this is a cause and effect matter. Like what goes up must go down. Like if you study for a test, the result says you're gonna pass. This not cause and effect, bro. Or ma'am, or whatever. This not that.
It's not at all. You can say the cop said, put the gun down. At what point in that video did that person ever turn their head to focus on the cop? You heard what the lawyer said. Well, what Dr. Rashad Ritchie said, the lawyer has put out as a statement. This person was trying to defend their family. You think they focusing on the cops who supposed to be coming up to help, or you think they focusing on the threat that's in front of them? You say he didn't drop the gun and that's why he got shot? Okay, if you tell me to pick up a piece of candy and I'll pick it up as a cop, should I be shot?
Yeah, that's according to this statement, yeah. Like your respect for authority could cost you your life. This is
if
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
if I don't bow down in the instance, cops have an actual legal duty, and it's written in the courts. And we covered it in the first video of when cops are allowed to use deadly force against people.
Right.
What perceived threat did that cop have against his life?
This nigga won't thinking about no taser. This nigga had the gun in his hand. And like on the way there, this nigga had the AR right there.
I get irritated with this mindset of thinking because I hope one day somebody say something to you. And I really be saying this to the people that defend the cops like this.
I tell you that if it don't affect Americans, if it don't directly affect you, if it don't come to your front door,
he don't care.
We ain't doing shit about it.
Don't care.
That's why the marches and everybody protesting ain't worth a damn.
It don't do nothing. Actions speak louder than words.
Right, bro. And
all that symbolism ain't for the birds.
And all I say, man, to give a life, you gotta take a life. The only way we'll get our respect if you see if the shit reverse, if you see a whole bunch of gang motherfuckers shoot the shit out of a cop. I'm talking about
light his ass up. Light his ass up and keep on moving.
And keep on moving and see how many headlines you get on that.
Oh look, man, the whole city gonna stop. You're gonna have police flowing in from each district within the next 300 miles to try to come in and stop that. But let a cop gun a motherfucker down in cold blood and watch people just sit there and be like, well, he said stop, drop the gun.
That's like
it's like look. Drop the gun. Like, dude, first off, I want Sure to get to understand this. You said the cop said drop the gun. Prove that he heard the cop say that. He could have been deaf in both ears. Prove that boy heard him say that. Because honestly, in the video shows that he never turned around to even face the cop.
Hell no, he ain't acknowledged you were there.
So prove that he even heard him. So now we just gonna green light people, cops shooting people with guns that are deaf because they didn't automatically drop down and kiss the feet that the cop has on it.
That nigga could have been another goddamn ethnic group and don't know English.
That's the reason that that's what he probably didn't justify that he even spoke English. That's a good one. Let's say he even spoke English. Look, we can't. That's the reason that we have laws on the books to take that into account, and that's why that situation was wrong. Cops are not allowed to use deadly force unless they are in the defense of somebody else's life or their own. And he never turned and upped that gun at them, and you never saw him point that gun at anybody else. When he had that gun in his hand, the only time you even saw it was when he was waving it in the air like this. He didn't point it at nobody.
Sure did.
And he was the person that said, y'all better get back. So what does that make you think? I'm telling people to get back, or I'm pointing? Hell, if you're trying to keep people away from you, you're not trying to shoot somebody. Would you tell them to get back? Because I think if you were trying to shoot somebody, you just shoot them. He was telling them, y'all better get back.
This motherfucker opened fire and goddamn people was around. What's up with that?
Look,
I'm talking about other civilians around. This nigga let off.
I don't think people remember when it was a traffic stop where this black guy was in the car, he had his girl in the car, and his kid was in the back.
Come on, man.
And the cop told this guy to reach and get his license for him. So when he reached to get his license, he lit him up. His girl was beside him and his kid was in the back. And he shot this dude up so bad, and the girl got on live. Dude, his arm was so swollen within the first, not even 10 seconds. Chop lit him up. Didn't care about the kid in the back seat. Saw the kid. Wasn't no 10 on that car. And we all, like, if I showed y'all the video, y'all will remember it because it didn't happen too long ago. It didn't happen too long ago. Like, dude, I understand this. We want to support the cops. Some people want to do that. I support good cops.
Right.
I don't support the bad ones.
Hell no. Period. And I feel like, yo, the best way that we could try to at least have some type of a parallel is, man, you have to start training cops in your in your own neighborhood, man. Like there's a disconnect between cops and people that they serve.
Look, we can do that real easily if we had good federal funding because this country is segregated no matter what people want to believe.
Right.
This country is segregated. What we live at is segregated.
The biggest day of segregation is Sunday. Look at Sunday.
I'm with you. Like people try to act like we got past all that woo shit. It's segregated now with financials, but financials was built off of what happened in the past. Most black people live around black people. Most white people live around white people. Because that's the only two class of people, two groups of people in this country that really matter when it really comes down to it. Because that's the country. That's the two. And that's the ones that's been focused on the most. If you want black folks patrolling in black neighborhoods, they just need to put federal funding into it. Because white folks, you go to a white neighborhood, you go to a white community, majority of the police, you might have one or two black people in there. But go to the black neighborhood, you're going to find a shit ton of white cops.
See what I'm saying? And then go to the black neighborhood, a shitload of white cops. You see how that works?
I'm not knocking, like, I ain't even gonna look. I'm trying to tell you, man, we have biases that are taught at a young age in this country. And we've done a very good job with it. People don't understand the programming that has been put inside of us since we were kids. When you watch cops, when you see the news, y'all think that black people are the only people out here shooting people? Because some people do. You think black people are the only ones out here stealing out of fucking Family Dollar, some shit like that? Because a lot of people do. No, the problem is that they know that the greater community, which is the AKA white community, will not gravitate to seeing their own people do fucked up shit. That makes them feel some type of way. That's why they don't want to teach black history in this country. But if you show them other people that they feel like should be the ones doing that, they'll watch. They'll tune in. And I'm not trying to say it I'm not trying to say it to be mean. They used to teach kids at a young age. And they used to do tests on them. They used to do tests on little kids back when they were growing up. Which kid is the bad kid? And they have a color diagram all the way from white to mixed to black. And you could tell who the kids picked. Who's the kid that has attitude problems? Who's the bad kid? Who's the kid that's probably gonna steal? They used to give this test to little kids. And people still sit around to this day and be like, teach that? Where do you think a fucking 3, 5-year-old, 6-year-old learned that from? Like, let's be real. And I know what the fucked up shit is. I know some people be like, oh, he just over here saying shit. I'd rather show you than tell you. But go ahead, Miss Alyssa, what you got? Go on and hit me with some shit while I go grab this video.
Well, shit, man. Everything that you said, pretty much I agree with, brother. I feel like the mindset of our community, man, that fear mongering that we had so long, we don't even understand that law enforcement, that's a job too. And so they don't be 24 hours in their suit. Tell
them where it derived from.
In my opinion, that whole system derived from slavery, slave catching.
That's a slave. Like, that's where it derives from, and people need to know that.
The first prison established was to imprison slaves.
Hey, look, hey, Quinn, show me your face in the back real quick. Quinn, show me your face in the back real quick before I let you up. I just can't have nobody doing crazy stuff. So let me see your face real quick. But now keep going, Miss Alyssa. I'm sorry. Yeah. Quinn, show me your face in the back.
And I just feel like, man, that's something to explore.
All right.
To try to get our people, the police, our own community, man.
Hold up real quick, Quinn. Hey, Quinn, hold up real quick. Like, let Miss Alyssa finish his thought, and then I'm gonna let you get in. Go ahead, Miss Alyssa.
Okay. If we could figure out how we can do this funding to train officers to police their own communities. Like, we have to get the money to do this, because if we don't go that route, something gonna happen, and it ain't gonna be to us because we used to this, but something gonna happen to them, and all of a sudden they're gonna try to, that's when they're gonna want to holler change and all this stuff. But cops killing black folks, that ain't nothing new. But you don't hear too many black folks retaliate.
All right, here, go check it. We got Quinn up here. Quinn, you gotta unmute yourself, but go ahead and give me your thoughts. Unmute yourself, Quinn.
Man, honestly, I just really don't understand all this fucking money.
I don't know what you said. Say it again. What'd you say, Quinn? Couldn't hear you. I can't hear him, Miss Elizabeth. I don't know what he said. He couldn't understand something.
Somebody laughing.
I heard it sound like some giggling in the back, but I guess Quinn didn't want to have a real conversation. I'm gonna give him about 15 seconds, and then I'm just gonna let him go on about his business. Cause dude, we having a serious conversation. I understand that we got a lot of young, immature people that like to do things, but I hope your mama get fucked by two big ass strong black dudes, and I hope she don't like it, cause I don't understand that nonsense. Like, dude, we talking about people getting their lives taken from them, and you want to come up here and play? Like, nigga, take your ass back to the plantation and suck master dick, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about, nigga.
Was he black or white?
Yeah, he was a black dude. And it's like we got a lot of Uncle Tom ass motherfuckers around here, bro. That be some of the biggest detriments to the black community. We got folks out here that go against it.
They're the ones that need to the damn cops need to fucking get out of here. Them the ones that you
go find that motherfucker right there.
Right, them the ones. Go find them. You wouldn't hear a peep out of me.
I'll be fine with it, man. Cause I'm like, look, there's a clear distinction between what's going on in this country, and I'm like, look, man. When other groups of people get out and advocate about the issues that they face in society, you don't hear the pushback as much. But when some black folks point out something that's blatantly obvious, you kind of saw videos to show you that it's blatant fucking obvious.
My boy said he black and he don't like other black people. Well, I feel you on that.
Hey, good job, Clayton. Have fun with it.
It's a lot of black people I don't like. So we'll.
I don't get that. Yeah, I really think I was like, yo, I'm black and I don't even like other black people. I'm like, look, there's some black folks that I don't. There's some black people that don't like. Right. But I think Quinn don't like black people. Period. I think that was his point.
Hey, man.
They're like, do your thing, bro.
Blame your mother.
There you go. And see, Hurricane up in the building. He said slave catches a night watch. That's when I was asking where the police come from.
That's where it come from, brother.
He said, Viva Revolution. He said, yeah, Quinn, jumping in and out. I heard laughing too. Yep.
You were laughing.
Yeah, strong black dudes, Hurricane. Strong black dudes. That's what I want to happen to his mama. He probably don't give a fuck. He probably like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah. She black. Fuck.
But I want to ask the question because I'm going to show this right here because I know it. Look, all this shit I was going to roll back in the race because the history of this country always leads us back to that. And that's why this policing conversation will always come back to this because you always got to go back to the nexus of how this shit even got started. But what do you think these kids got this shit from? I want y'all to watch this and y'all tell me where this kids got this shit from.
The ugly child.
That one.
Show me the dumb child.
Dumb child.
Okay, why is she the dumb child?
Because she has black skin.
Okay.
Show me the bad child. Why is he the bad child?
Because he's really dark.
Show me the dumb child. Why is she the dumb child?
Because she looks black.
Show me the good child. Why is she the good child?
Because she looks whiter.
This shit ain't fucking learned, y'all. I mean, it ain't just inherently people born like that. People teach their kids this dumb shit.
Why is she the dumb child? Why is she the good child?
And you know what the fucked up shit is? She asking that question knowing good and well her parents probably told her the same shit too.
Same book she got when she was young.
Probably asking and hoping that the kids say the opposite of what the fuck she was taught.
Yeah, our subconscious is geared toward anything that has a black label that is bad. Black cat is goddamn
bad.
It's
black
bad.
ice. Black ice is bad.
Black male, blackball, it's all bad. So anything dealing with dark, you have to shed light on it that is not bad in order for people's perception to change. But
you know what the fucked up shit is? Ain't none of us black, which is the crazy part about it.
Even when the little girl was saying you got darker skin, anything that's any type of tint that's not like
you know the word you need to use, and this is the word that I think a lot of other folks need to learn because I know they don't know it, but I know you know it when I say it. Anybody that's got melanin in their system, that's bad.
I know that. I just don't choose because when you use words like that, melanin, people automatically think of skin pigmentation. When melanin,
it's more than that.
It's way more, and it goes eye color, it goes to hair, and it goes to the cerebral cortex of your spine. You got melanin dots that literally outline your whole spine.
Yep.
Aid your neural nervous system.
Your genetic whole structure.
Your whole
people think blue eyes and blonde hair is a beautiful thing. Like, look, I ain't saying that it don't look good on some folks, but I want you to understand it's a mutation against your own DNA.
All day.
It's a mutation. It's not natural.
It's not. So for people to be like certain people melanated or not, okay, without no melanin, nobody on planet Earth can be able to sleep. Let's start there. Nobody on planet Earth can sleep without melanin.
That's why some people got to stay out the sun.
Thank you.
See, Quinn said, do you think YN really care? Well, real care? I don't know what the fuck that.
What is that? Young niggas really care? Is that what I mean, young niggas? Probably.
I guess so. I don't know.
I tell you this though, they'll care when they blow off a goddamn white cop head. If somebody be like, man, fuck this shit, me or you gonna see this shit all over the news for the next 5 years.
And look, that's the funny thing that I don't think a lot of people really understand that. Like the destruction of the black community and the black family, the motherfuckers that y'all gonna create that are boys, y'all think, yeah, we just knock them off because they gonna do stupid shit. I don't think a lot of people understand that a motherfucker that don't think about consequence, that ain't raised with their daddy and understand how this world works and how they should move, it's gonna be probably more dangerous for you, just like how a scared white dude is dangerous for us.
Damn right, they blow up shit.
Because you want to have black dudes around here that actually think and understand what's going on and know how to move accordingly. But you keep on pushing the same narrative and defunding the things that we have in our society that benefit us, that actually help us get the bare minimum. Oh, you're going to see a problem because these young motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
They don't, bro.
They not cut from the generation I'm cut from.
And that's why I feel like they're gonna start using like the U.S. military and shit. Like it's already a whole plan for this shit, man. Like,
dude, they gonna do an act of Congress.
This whole shit got a whole trajectory, bro. You know what I mean? Based on analytics and numbers and prisons, future prisons is being built. Like everything has a trajectory. and everything has a benchmark. So it's like, man, things are being established and built based on the numbers now.
What's the end goal? The question, that's a question that a lot of people need to ask them. What is the end goal that you think people are trying to achieve?
You already know. And at the end of the day, it's money. All about money.
That's all it comes down to.
All it comes down to consumers. And so
I live down here in Alabama.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people in Alabama wanted to get a lottery. It was like a lottery would be good for the state because it'll bring in money, taxpayer dollars. A lot of folks said, look, man, we need to fix some of these roads down here and get some infrastructure money. You know what Alabama decided to do? And I ain't saying that the citizens in the state decided to do it. The government inside of the state, the people who run it, we're going to build some private prisons.
Damn.
This motherfucker said, yo, you need to get on the Breakfast Club. Nah, I cut Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy and that ugly ass bitch. What's her name? Not Angelique. They kicked her off of there. Who the other one on there? Yeah, the one who sat around and claimed she cheated on her boyfriend. Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. Dude, Flynn don't know what I do over here, but I don't stand for bullshit. No matter which side is on. So when people talking about doing ratchet shit and thinking that's cool in the black community, I don't stand for that shit. And when it's shit on the white side doing evil, fucked up shit, whether it's Asian folks doing fucked up shit, Indian folks doing I don't care. Dude, it's on the side of right. So that's why, shit like when it comes to like Israel-Palestine. Right. When people try to say it's Israel, Israel, Hamas. No, I know what the fuck it is. It's Israel-Palestine. When it comes to Ukraine and fucking Russia, I call it straight down the middle like I see it. It ain't no biased shit going on around here.
Right.
And like, dude, right is right and wrong is wrong. And God he gave all of us a moral compass to see what it is. Our biases, our personal mindsets, our own self-turmoil that we fight every day makes us pick and choose which side we land on. I try my best to throw that shit to the side. Do I get caught up in it just like everybody else? Hell yeah. We all human. But bro, right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you thought it was right to that, obviously Quinn thought it was right that old buddy got shot in the goddamn back 9 times. So I think you might want to check your compass because that bitch might just be spinning. It definitely ain't pointing straight north.
Yeah. Like I said, if that was a family member or if that shit hit his front door, he'll be out here crying just like every other black person would about what we need to do and we need to march and all this.
Nah, it'll be his. Look, the best way for him, since he said he don't like black people, the best situation for him is whatever race of people he likes to deal with, preferably white folks, because that's the more group of people in this country. His best white friend that he grew up with and played with, whoever the fuck he's cool with right now, they be out and about, and he the one that's got drugs on him, and the cop just shoot his friend. Maybe that might affect him and make him realize, like, bro, it don't. We have problems that we need to address. Just because you put on a certain type of uniform doesn't put you above any other man on this earth. Remember that God didn't say the pastor's above the congregation. He's supposed to guide the flock, guide the sheep. He didn't put the pastor above the person that's sitting in the first pew, because back during that time, they didn't even have no pews. He judged every man and every woman on the same level. What are your works in this world? But for some reason, us as men, we want to sit around here and try to say that, well, you're the president, you're higher than this. You're a cop, you're higher than this. You're a citizen, you're a senator, you're higher than this, and I'm gonna treat you better than the average Joe Blow. Bitch, we all on the same fucking level. Our work speak for ourselves. What you do in this world speak for yourself. But you still gonna be judged the same way I'm judged. It don't matter what position you achieve. We got a class system in this country. We got a class system in this world. And it's a problem. I don't think a lot of people realize that shit. No. It's a class system.
Yeah, it's literally the haves and have-nots. Like the middle class, as we see it, the gap is so far. The gap, man, between the
and it's on purpose. It's deliberate.
You know it. You know it.
That's why I'm gonna keep telling people, because I came up with a new saying the other day. Matter of fact, I actually came up with it earlier today. Matter of fact, let me go to my phone, make sure I say it right again. Let me pull it up. Let me make sure I said it right. Hold up. I had to write. Hey, look, it's bad when you got to write something down because you know you're gonna forget it. What you're not changing is what you're choosing. And a lot of people complain about a lot of shit, but they not trying to change it. So guess what, bitch? You chose it. You don't see a problem with it? All right. Well, when it hits you, don't complain about it because you chose not to change it. You chose that shit, bitch. If I know I need to work the fuck out and get better. I need to work out. Maybe I got high blood pressure or some shit like that. And I choose not to do that. Guess what? I chose that. I chose not to change it. So I chose to be in this situation. And we got a lot of people like that. And guess what? And it's going to hit a lot of people in the face when they just disregard all this bullshit that's going on in our country.
If it ain't happening to me, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That's how they feel.
That's how a lot of people, until it hit their front door, then they, once it hit their front door, that be the fucked up shit is. Yep. And you know they got an old saying for that. Like when they came for me and you said nothing.
Yes, sir.
But then they come for you and you expect me to say something when they come for you. Bitch, I ain't coming for you. I ain't saying nothing for you. Mm-hmm. Bitch, they came for me, you ain't say nothing. But now they done came and fuck with you. Now you want somebody to, no, motherfucker. No. Hell to the no.
Don't work that way.
Either stand for right or fall and die with that wrong. I'm really with that. And I think a lot of people need to be on that type of shit. I understand we got to go out here and we got to do what we got to do, man. Everybody got to survive. Everybody got to make money and they got to fucking make sure they lights, they water, the gas, whatever the fuck. Pay your car insurance. Everybody got problems and things they got to deal with. At the end of the day, every month they know they got to knock this out. But damn, motherfucker, when you keep your mouth closed and act like, yeah, they just not working hard enough. Bitch, you know how hard it is for you to get what you got. You don't think they should ease up a little bit on your ass? Everybody sitting around all happy and talking about Trump finding all these savings with Doge and shit. Think about all that money that they supposedly saving. When the last time they said something about giving it to you? Stupid ass. These motherfuckers crazy, bro. Them motherfuckers ain't talking about doing nothing for you. They're just talking about firing motherfuckers and taking your jobs.
Yep.
Only motherfuckers gonna benefit from the bullshit going on right now in this country is motherfuckers that got money. That's it.
That's it.
Your ass gonna still be poor, and you're gonna be poor probably at the end of it.
Oh yeah, because the way the economy and shit shaping up with the reserves and everything.
This good super dummy done goddamn crashed the goddamn stock market 2 times in less than fucking 30 days. And these dumbass is sitting around talking, it's gonna be great. Yeah. Tony the Tiger ass motherfuckers. Shit ain't fucking great, bitch. Your gas prices ain't went down. Your egg price is still going up, and you ain't bitching about it no more. That don't even make no goddamn sense. I'm like, I really wish Americans would goddamn wake the fuck up and understand what the fuck is going on, man, and really fucking have a backbone, bitch. I remember a time that y'all always try to relate to, talking about when they was dealing with some bullshit from another motherfucking group of people, they government, that motherfucker said, fuck this goddamn tea, bitch. It's going in the goddamn ocean and we'll go to war over this shit. Fuck y'all at. I guess it ain't in the blood no more.
Ain't no more patriots.
We got a bunch of fake ass patriots. That's what we got.
Right.
Bitch, I serve this goddamn country, and I know I got more balls than half these motherfuckers walking around here right now, because I'll fucking stand for something. Because bitch, I'm tired of seeing this whole country fall for fucking anything. You had a problem with the Democrats, man. It ain't it, bro.
It's sad, man. It's sad, man.
And the motherfuckers, whether they know it or not, hindsight bring it all back full circle. The motherfuckers they keep y'all in check with are the same motherfuckers that we talked about tonight. Because that's what they there for. They keep your ass in check. When they rule, and I think a lot of people need to start paying attention to their politics. They always want to get involved every fucking 4 years with politics. The Supreme Court ruled that these cops have no legal obligation to protect your life. If they don't have a legal obligation to protect your life, what are they there for?
To enforce the law. law enforcement to protect the rich. We say it's capital. We in capitalism, right? So that's what they did, to protect the property of the rich, to make sure the poor, to make sure the poor don't fuck up what the rich got going on.
Stay in they goddamn place.
That's it. That's it.
Motherfuckers win a goddamn Super Bowl, they go up and put up some barriers outside the stadium. Make sure y'all leave here and y'all can do whatever y'all want over there with them motherfucking shit. But you ain't gonna fuck this dude. They got $1 billion stadium that all y'all dumbasses paid for, but he own it. People don't understand. It's right in front of their face, and people so goddamn dumb. Got Google right in their fucking pocket and won't even use it to figure out what's going on around them.
Hell no, you could tell them what website to go, and they still won't go. That's why, man, I'm not concerned with raising up people who choose to stay asleep.
Willfully ignorant.
Right. So I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't feel obligated to help nobody like that.
No, man, I want to see us be better, man. But like, look, man, these things that are happening, man, that kid out there in Colorado,
yeah,
he shouldn't have lost his life.
Nah, man. But it happened so fast, man. Like, it was gonna happen. I don't care what he was on. Like, that cop, the energy that he had, bro. I already knew based on if somebody would have kept that other side of him losing his life and it becoming fatal, I still would have said the way his energy, the likelihood of that happening would have been 10 out of 10, bro. 10
Yeah.
out of 10.
And look, and I'm not even gonna disagree with it. Not even one bit.
So
some
like,
shit is, look, man, all our shit is predestined.
Yeah.
I think we just react to what the fuck has already been written.
That's it, bro. Cause and effect, man. You know what I mean? But it happened too fast because of the cop. But
Wasn't justified.
And not at all. I feel like any other cop, it would have went different. But that particular cop, he was wearing it on his face. He came in with the intent to use that damn gun, man.
He was one of the ones that needed to get that.
Where's the issued handgun that the cops got? Where is that? Why do you have to have an AR, man?
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, they locked those bitches up in the back of their vehicle, so he had already got that bitch out.
Yeah,
he might have been riding around with that motherfucker all day in his front seat.
Man, that nigga had it in his hand, bro.
No, I'm talking about, I know he had it in his hand, but I'm saying he had to get that bitch out of the gun safe in the back of his vehicle earlier. He probably been riding around with that motherfucker all day long.
Regular cops don't ride with that. Like, he had to been a part of some task force. ATF.
Every cop got that. Every cop got an AR in their back.
Come on, bro.
I'm dead ass serious. Every last one of them, they have a gun safe in the back of their vehicle, whether it's in the back seat. Well, most of the time it's in the trunk, depending on what vehicle they ride in, but most of the time it's in the trunk underneath the lock box. They have to get the key, unlock that bitch, lift it up, take it out. They rounds in a whole nother separate fucking compartment that they got to get their rounds out. Because they keep that shit on them. It's always on them.
So it take time to load that shit up. You gotta put the bullets in the clip.
The bullets already in the clip. The bullets already in the clip. You always have your magazine stacked. It's just like the military in a sense. Your mags are always stacked. You ain't finna get into no situation where you gotta fucking load the rounds.
Well, you still gotta put the damn clip in that bitch.
Magazine, that shit be quick as hell. Dude, you should see how fast I can fire off the goddamn look. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It ain't shit to go from. It's a quick eject. It's a quick eject on the side of the rifle. I wish I had something in here I could use, but it's a quick eject. You holding the rifle on the shooter side of it. There's a little button right by the trigger. You pop out the used round. Yeah, you can grab. Depending on where you want to load your shit at, I always was a chest loader. But you had people that like to load from the back, man. You drop that round out and grab the next one. Slide it right in. And it slide in so easy. The motherfuckers, the rounds are already in that bitch, bro. The rounds are in there. Just like when people that have pistols, you see all the time people that have every pistol has a quick release on the. Yeah, I'm saying, but every pistol has a quick release for your magazine on the side, right on the opposite side of your trigger finger. If you shoot right-handed, your magazine releases on the left of the handle. So you can easily pop that button. If you got a fucking a chest plate, whatever the fuck you like to hold your shit on, you can just easily grab the next one. Because when you shooting, like when I was deployed overseas in Afghanistan, dude, nobody give a fuck. And even when you train, nobody gives a fuck where the magazine drops. You just need to make sure while you sighting in, you got the other one coming up already. And it's gonna seat itself with the AR, those that they using, because they probably using M4A1s. They probably using M4A1s shooting 223s. Them bitches, you ain't even gotta seat the motherfucker. You ain't even gotta cock it back no more. Just keep fucking firing.
That's crazy.
Just keep fucking firing. You can shoot motherfuckers in the water if you wanted to. It's gonna definitely be less accurate though. It's gonna definitely be less accurate, but you could definitely do it if you wanted to.
So pretty
you can
much
try.
Pretty much when they showing up to the scene, he
had to go get that bitch. He had already took it out of his box. He don't ride around with that on him. Now some like small town cops, they'll have it on like a rack.
He had that shit when he
got called. He already got it out. He went and got it. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. He had already went and got it out earlier that night before that call and had it in his front seat.
For what?
You already said he might have been on that mindset that he wanted to fucking murk somebody that night. He went and got it out. That shit was underneath the lockbox. He already went and got it out. And if some cops want to come on here, I hope I get a cop come around in here and tell me he ride around with that shit all day. I'm gonna look at you funny because they tell you you're supposed to have that shit. You got keys for that shit. You got keys for that shit, motherfucker. That motherfucker had that shit out already. He had already went and got that shit out earlier that night. Had that bitch ready to go. That's why I was sitting in his goddamn lap. Because they say he had just got the call and showed up on that call.
Man, he had that bitch ready, boy. He was riding with that bitch. He was speeding with that bitch.
And it was right in his lap.
Damn.
Like that motherfucker, he might have been on that type of, like, that's why I was agreeing with you, man. He might have been on that type of time that he already knew he wanted to do something that night.
Damn.
Ain't no telling. Maybe they were getting calls around the city or some shit like that, and there was a lot of shots being fired around the city, so he just went on to pull his bitch out ahead of time. I ain't gonna use his pistol, even though that AR, look, the AR is only good from a distance. Like, no bullshit. Now, what he did, that's why I say what he did was just so egregious, because he got out and shot that dude up close with that bitch.
Yeah, he walked up on him like military.
You could have had your pistol out for that shit. He
walked him down.
He came out with a long-range weapon and used it in close combat.
Like, he literally walked him, man. He walked him down.
That's overkill, man. That's overkill. Like you said, he ain't pull out no taser. He ain't pull out his pistol. He ain't pull out no pepper spray. He ain't pull out a baton. He ain't pull out nothing. He had that gun ready to go, that rifle ready to go, and he lit him up.
He walked up on him with it, bro. He got out the car and went in just like that.
Dude, he fucked that dude. He fucked the insides of that dude's body up because they don't know them 5.56 rounds. They shatter on impact. Once they enter your body, they shatter, and then it's a shrapnel that spreads. So if he shot him, let's say he shot me right here, that shit could have came out my ass. He shot me right here. That shit could have came out my ass and through the back of my neck and everywhere else around here. Those bullets collapse on purpose. They design them for a certain reason. When you shoot somebody, that's why we had a term in the military, 1 shot, 1 kill. And all the other branches that keep saying that shit, that ain't what y'all say. That's the Marine Corps. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. That's our shit. That ain't y'all's shit. Them motherfucking bullets, they spread, they break apart, and all that metal that makes that bullet up goes everywhere. It rips your body apart from the inside. That's why you don't want to get shot with them on the motherfuckers. Well, if shoot you in your arm, your goddamn heart fucking goddamn get hit. And you bleed to death. People don't know what the fuck be happening. They think that shit be cool, bro. That shit ain't cool what they did to that dude. He shot that dude 9 times. That dude wasn't coming back from that, bro. It wasn't no going to the hospital. And they think that shit cool, bro. Let them do it to you. I tell them all the time, let them do it to you, man. That shit ain't it, man. Motherfucker be sweet on that shit, bro. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. We live in a country where we advocate for people to have guns, man. We have literally an entire party of people. And then on top of that, half of the other party that want their guns, and people fucking advocate all day. You're not taking our guns. You're not taking our guns. But then when we have law enforcement respond to things, they automatically say, well, he had a gun. And people be like, open and shut case, Johnson. He had a gun. We ain't got to sprinkle no crack on it now. It's like, what?
You know it. You know they always gonna have the damn crack, the sleeping pills, whatever.
You go hit me with your thoughts. I'm coming right back.
Oh yes, sir. But shoot, man, I'm gonna just stand on what we're building on, man. I think there was some type of premeditative stuff going on, man. That type of weapon, if you telling me that shit gotta be locked up, he ain't just riding around with that bitch, not for no reason. Whatever the reason, man, somebody lost their life, man, when I feel like definitely there could have been room for other measures to be taken besides somebody losing their life, man. I'm not sure. What was the cop? Was he charged for murder or anything like that? What the cop charged?
Bro, you talking about was he charged?
Yeah.
Nah, this shit just happened, man. They still investigating him. That's why I said I thought that was an issue, and I think that's why Dr. Rashad Ritchie called it out, because I'm like, look, the police put out a narrative ahead of time before, because you know. One police department can't investigate themselves, so they go to another police department that they work with on a daily and deal with stops and all this shit. They're gonna investigate their friends that they work with all goddamn day long, and that's where they are right now. They're underneath an investigation, even though the investigators say that they arrested the girl that shot inside of the event. They got her and they charged her with 5 attempted murder or some shit, whatever, 5 counts of that. You shot this dude outside and said, well, he had a gun. But you said she was the one that was the shooter. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense in this country that we live in, and they wonder why people outside this country look at us like we crazy, man.
Right, brother.
It's like that, bro. Anybody, a child could look at this situation and be like, well, why did they shoot him? I can hear a child saying that. Why did they shoot him? Well, he had a gun. But Daddy, you got a gun too.
Yep.
Yeah, but and that's when people get fucked up, and that's when kids get indoctrinated, because then they try to break it down to them and try to explain to them.
Who's the good guy? Him? Who, the black one? Why is he the bad one? Because his skin is dark. That's where it starts.
That's where it starts. When people see other people get demonized so much, man, look, instead of getting cussed out and yelled at and beat up while you a kid in your household, you indoctrinate yourself. You conform. You conform to the bullshit. And I already know folks. I know folks like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. I'm from a small town in Alabama. I know how a lot of my friends were raised, because a lot of the ones I grew up with, most of my friends were white growing up. They slowly started transitioning away from me. And guess what? I grew up in an affluent family. My family had money. But for some reason, they slowly started drifting away from me. And I'm like, what's going on? Their parents like, nah, they're not here. He's like, yeah, I was here. I was at the house. Your parents told me you weren't there. Yeah, I was there at the house. I was in my room playing the game. Like, oh, okay. I find out later, years later and shit like that, man, motherfuckers teach their kids shit. They put shit on their kids. You ain't gonna be hanging out with that little nigger boy down the street.
Right. Especially
It's not a good.
if it's consistent. Like you come on there sometimes one thing, but y'all really start hanging tight, and then all of a sudden you see a change. You don't come around as much. You know the parents done intervene.
Look, man, if you black, you automatically got a natural instinct. Well, hell, supposedly you already got a natural instinct to be very susceptible to doing certain things. That's how people think. Which is crazy because you have black people that don't like black people and do their best to act like white folks and be outside the norm. But I thought all black people were the same. It don't even make no sense. We have a term called Uncle Ruckus. They showed him on Boondocks all the time. But I thought Uncle Ruckus, he black, he supposed to be just like fucking Huey and all them. We knew Huey and Riley were completely fucking different. Tom across the street was like none of them. His white wife. It's like, man, people act like all black folks are the same. Just like some black folks act like all white people say, nah, man, we all fucking different. We all fucking different in our own little way. But the problem is we have systems set up in place inside of this country where we deem a certain group a certain type of way automatically.
Yep. Put a label on it too.
That's why I be laughing when I see some of my black chicks talking about, I'm going to give me a white boy. I'm like, oh, you ready to get beat on? That stereotype I have for them white dudes, because they be knocking their wives across the head, whether people know it or not. That shit didn't come from black folks knocking their women across the head. And a lot of white dudes knocking their women in the fucking mouth. Shut up, bitch. Sean Connery told you, sometimes you need a nice little smacking. Bring you back to reality. I still chirp off of that video. Hurricane said giving them the Chris Bennett treatment. I think black dudes are very considerate and understanding, and they deal with a lot of shit when it comes to the women they with. Because I see a lot of shit that black dudes go through. Most other races of people, I don't see them going through that. That dude will forgive a lot of shit. I ain't gonna bullshit with you. But look, man. Let me your final thoughts, Mr. Listen, because man, look, them videos hurt my soul, bro. They hurt my soul, man.
Yeah. I think, man, for the most part, man, this type of situation here, the government, if you're looking for the government to help with that. So my suggestion, man, if we can start getting together legal people who can legally carry a firearm and who got some sense, we need to start building, coming together and just start talking. Start there, man. You legal to carry a firearm, it need to be a national address for, you know, our people. We need to really start putting things in perspective. I guess, man, put our priorities in check. Understand what's really important. What's at stake here for the long road, not for now, but 50 years from now. How is your nation gonna look for your grandkids, even if you care? What nation are we building for the next generation? If that even a concern, because if worrying about the next generation, if you don't feel like how we're policed in our local communities, how that's not gonna affect us, man, then you really sleep. Like there's no bright side to the end of this story if this keeps up with the brutality piece. So like I feel like we gotta come together, man, people who can have a firearm legally. We need to build. So that's my suggestion.
Nah, I'm with you. Like, cause one of the biggest parts, a lot of people get misconstrued when it came to like the Martin Luther King and Malcolm X movements. They think the marching was the most important part. Nah, it was the organizing. Organize and work together and talk to each other We gonna boycott these goddamn fucking buses down here in Montgomery. Cause these motherfuckers want to treat us funny. We organized on that shit. It wasn't no just, we just gonna go out there and yell and scream and shit. No. That don't get shit done. The only way you affect people.
They did that shit for about 380 days straight, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Say, look, man. Yeah, we gotta walk. We gotta walk. Say, fuck it.
Walk, nigga. Fuck it.
That shit, fuck it. We gonna fuck their pockets up and make them motherfuckers not stop doing this bullshit. Because if it don't make money, it don't make sense at the end of the day. But
I agree.
No, I'm with you on the Second Amendment, man. We need to have more folks that are armed, that know their rights, that are actually law-abiding gun owners, that know all the rules of firing the gun, even the unspoken ones, because a lot of folks don't know all the rules of firing the gun.
Right.
But fucking it's gonna take a lot. But the sad part is we gotta get past.
Also,
we gotta get
change the legislation. Like shooting a cop should not be a federal offense.
Or shooting their dog.
Or shooting their dog either. That's even worse. That's just the insult. That's just the cherry on top. The show you ain't shit. But
you shoot this dog out, they done sick on you.
All your bases. You making it okay for us for that shit that we saw. By us retaliating, we can go to prison. It's letting you know we ain't got no chance but to take justice in our own hand, bro.
And more people actually stand up and actually say something. I know the FBI and all them motherfuckers watching this channel and shit when we talk about these videos. It's like, look, I don't give a fuck what y'all watching, bitch. I'm a law-abiding citizen, ho. So you can try to make up what you want. Look, man, people need it.
That's what they got the sleeping pills already there.
I believe in the Constitution, the one that y'all hold up as higher than the Bible. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the rights of every damn citizen, and I believe you operate as an agent of the government. You abide by it, and you should protect my shit. And if you choose not to, I'm gonna advocate against you. And if that's your problem, that's your problem.
Yeah.
We can figure it out when we talking to my creator. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. And I ain't not trying to say that on no cocky shit, because I like living. But shit, man, look.
Invite shit to your front door, but at the same time, if you just on the sideline, man, eventually that shit is gonna reach your front step. Eventually
it's gonna come there.
It's gonna come.
And that's why I try to advocate. And people always sit around and look at me like I'm crazy when I talk to them. Like, hey, why you talking about that, bitch? You worrying about what the Kardashians are doing. I'm worrying about motherfucking my kids possibly later on fucking riding down the street and getting fucked with, bitch. I'm worrying about shit that actually matter. And that's the problem. A lot of people got too many distractions in their life. Yeah, and they did that shit for a fucking reason.
I tell you, priorities is not right.
Everybody priorities fucked up.
Yep.
But hopefully we can keep on doing shows like this, keep on talking to the people and getting right. Look, y'all, man, these things shouldn't be transpiring in our society. And if they do transpire, because obviously there's always going to be anomalies, which we need to get to the point of it just being anomalies, even though right now this is the status quo. We need to rid this shit out of our society. Evil is evil, no matter who's perpetrating it.
Come on, brother. Come on.
No matter. So hopefully we can keep speaking truth to this shit, man. I really just,
like I said, the cop could have been black. I still would have been on his ass.
I still would have had an issue with it, man. It don't change. They think a lot of folks think that
if the cop was black and if the dude was white, I would still feel the same way.
But
the numbers suggest that there's a pattern. So that's what I'm talking about. We look the analytics of the shit.
Yeah, look, we're not going to ignore the norm, but we will also take account for the exception.
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, it's all operating underneath the same system.
Well said, brother. Yep.
So hopefully y'all, man, look, people are paying attention to this shit, man. Because I promise you, I don't want to hear somebody that advocates against me all the time, and they had that shit happen to them. Because I'm gonna try to tell you, man, if I know you advocate against this, I promise you, I'm gonna be the biggest troll in your fucking life. You gonna have to come see me and find me, because I ain't gonna give you no fucking sympathy. Just like all the motherfuckers that did what they did during this last election and voted the way they voted, and they dealing with the shit and they crying and bitching them on. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I technically care because I know I'm affected too. But at the end of the day, like you said earlier, Mr. Lissa, we black. We haven't been dealing with this shit. So it ain't like this ain't our first fucking rodeo, motherfucker.
Rodeo, bro. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? For the people who is their first rodeo, don't be coming to my goddamn house.
It's like shit, man. How y'all deal with this shit, bitch? You better figure it out.
I swear you better figure it out.
You better figure it out, motherfucker. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. But look, man, I really want y'all to, man, be smart, be safe, like for real. Like get your gun license if you have to get it one. If you're in a state that requires you to get a license, get one. Because I promise you, I don't leave the house without mine. Every day, no matter where I go.
Man, I sleep with mine. I sleep.
It ain't shit. Look, man, make sure you got something to protect yourself at all times. Make sure you learn your fucking rights, man. Learn your goddamn rights. And I try to cover on piece and piece throughout a lot of videos, especially when it comes to like traffic stops and shit like that. Yeah. But learn your fucking rights, man.
Well, bro.
You might not be able to get...
Man, before you even get to that, man, if you know you on some illegal shit, make sure you're straight, man. Make sure you're legal.
Man, keep talking to them about that, man. Go in depth on that for them, because a lot of folks don't be knowing.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna just be real with you, man. You know what I mean? If you want to be smart, nobody's trying to tell nobody what to do. We all grown here, but it would be smart if you are doing shit that's illegal, man. Make sure you straight. Make sure your license straight. Make sure make sure everything's straight. You know what I mean? Because it makes no sense for you to compound the situation. To not only be fucked up illegally on the road, but then you got other shit in the car. You got the car smelling like that. It's just all fucked up. So the main thing is, man, being straight as far as the traffic. So the build up, because once you legally straight, now they got red tape to hurdle over as to why they stopped. But once
justification.
So, but see, once you give them a reason, they smell weed, or you know your L's is fucked up, or the car, whatever. It's like you open up doors and you lose leverage. You feel me? So on our end, we have to take accountability that makes sure certain shit is straight on our end. So that way, when this type of shit happens, we'll have something to stand on. That's what I want. You know what I mean? Like,
you know the word for it? There's a word for it. Actually, it's two words for it. It's called personal accountability. Mm-hmm. And we all need to have it. Mm-hmm. I know, like, sometimes fucked up shit happen in our lives, and you know you wasn't in the wrong for fucking having this situation present itself, especially when it pertains to the police, but you ain't gave them the opportunity to find something on you, because all it is a fishing expedition.
That's all it is, bro. They trying to wait you out. It's like, who gonna outweigh? Man, I done been in so many situations, man, and it's literally the law changes according to who dealing with you. You know what I mean? It's like, if that motherfucker choose to look the other, I done had situations where I done been charged. I done had situations where the motherfucker took my shit and let me go, but took my shit. So you know what I mean? It just
you still gonna catch something for it. It just might not be. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be this no clean sweep. You gonna fucking catch something for it.
So it's best for you to be clean. I'm telling you.
Dude, I fucking bit a bullet for a while, and a lot of people don't. I tell people this shit all the time, but I got so many people that can vouch for it. I bit the bullet for fucking a whole year. because I knew my license was fucked up. Matter of fact, it wasn't fucked up. I ain't had no motherfucking license. My shit was suspended for me doing some dumbass shit. And instead of me doing the dumb shit that I was doing before, keep driving, getting more tickets, driving no license, driving no insurance, because you can't get no insurance if you ain't got no goddamn fucking no license. If you get somebody else to get it for you.
Right.
Kept catching tickets. And they got to the point where I'm like, bro, man, I done racked up a nice little total. I done went to jail a couple times on this shit, man. Look, fuck this. We gonna lock in for a year to make sure these bitches can't never, if the cop ever get behind me with some blue lights, bitch, the only thing you're gonna be able to do is bring me a piece of paper and say, you owe us this so you can come to court and argue.
Yep.
That means walking to work, fucking catching cabs, fucking paying somebody to give me a ride, man, doing the hard shit just so I don't have to deal with this bullshit no more, man. When you said that, people need to learn how to bite the fucking bullet, man. Doing the easy thing is the worst way out. I'm trying to tell you, doing the easy thing is the worst way out. I ain't telling you to go out there and kill yourself and do stupid shit, but fucking you trying to do.
Day. It's like, bro, it ain't. It's a matter of when. So you playing a guessing game, you know what I'm saying? So
that luck gonna run out, and it's just gonna be that one fucking day. That one fucking day, man. And if you got warrants, man,
that's all. That makes it worse. If you got warrants, or if you riding dirty, or you know you ain't straight, but you moving like you straight. See, that's the shit that be fucked up. Like motherfuckers be fucked up.
Just be doing stupid shit.
Yeah. So we
but it's so fucking normalized. That's the problem. I don't like. Look, and that's one thing I'll say. And I know we still riding, y'all. Look, man, if you riding around with weed in your car, bro, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. Most of y'all motherfuckers ain't getting pulled over because you're riding around with weed in your car. Most of y'all ride around smoking weed in your car with nothing to fucking do and nowhere to really fucking go. You just ride around seeing folks. Put that shit somewhere else, bruh.
Wait till you get to where you going to like that shit.
No, if you gonna smoke, yeah, like put it somewhere else before you goddamn fucking. Like, I can't stand motherfuckers. I done got in the car with too many people that say they just gonna roll. I'm about to light this up, man. Look, I gotta get out this car, bro. When you tripping, cuz you tripping, bitch. I ain't riding in this car with you no goddamn. You smoking weed. Like it's one thing you ain't tell me you had that shit somewhere else, bitch. You smoking in here, bitch. Y'all ain't like people behind you in the car can't smell that shit in the middle of the summer. Everybody got their window down, nigga.
Bro, that's what they do, man. Cops pull up to you. They hoping. That's their reason. I smell man.
And the sad part, they don't even need it. Just say I smell some fucking weed on you.
That's all they say.
That's the easiest way to goddamn circumvent your goddamn Fourth Amendment rights, and people don't understand this shit, man. You be setting yourself up for that shit, man.
Man, you could be smoking a black and mild, and they'll say, I smell weed in the car. Like it's that easy, bro. It's their word against yours, and you have no leverage. So it's like, man, don't.
Hell to nah. Shit, I'm gonna believe this cop that we empowering, and I'm gonna believe this random ass dude. I'm believing the cop.
I don't even got 10 in my car.
Dude, that's why I don't even play with this shit, man. Like if I do what I do,
I ride in a fishbowl.
There you go. Well, look, man, get ready for this nice little AC and fresh air.
Word.
You get ready for it. Smoke your cigarette if you want to, nigga. I don't give a fuck. G ain't doing nothing up in this bitch, and I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Word up, bro. This motherfucker, and wait till you get to where you going.
Wait till we get to where we gotta get to, man. It ain't gonna look. We gonna be there in 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, bro.
You fine? You'll be all right.
You gonna be good, bro. I promise.
You be tripping about that shit. Like I'm for real. Like, look, man. Protect. Like the first thing you gotta protect is yourself. Like, you know how I talk about. I want to see a better community. I want to see a better society. But it starts with me making sure I'm straight. So then when I get with the girl, I want to get with, hopefully I pick the girl that is straight. So then when me and her get together, we have some kids and we make sure we teach them kids to be straight. So once we built our family, hopefully there's another family down the street that's doing the exact same fucking process, the exact same thing. So once we got a whole bunch of straight people around here, then we can go out and voice our opinion about what we need as a community. But we got so many people that's individuals and so fucked up on the side, getting caught up in what the fuck Young Dro did last fucking week. They got a hold on us, and a lot of people don't understand these distractions is bullshit. This that keep you from doing what the fuck you supposed to do is hindering us as a society.
Yeah.
And that's why they stole everything they can from us. Think about it, y'all. We had a motherfucker that literally went transgender that snitched on the government. We had another motherfucker that's living in Russia right now that snitched on the government when they were spying on your ass. And everybody's still cool with it. Like they ain't looking at us. Like, come on, man. Get yourself right, bro. Get yourself right. Let me see. Sur said, I'm pretty sure I know I said that wrong. He said, the police arrive, see a gun. Oh, he's still on that dumb shit. Police arrive, see a gun, and tell you to put it down. You don't. Realistically, what do you expect to happen? Them not to shoot you in the fucking back? Literally what happened to anyone not listening in an active shooter call. Oh, you're stupid. Because I can show you video. Look, you might want to watch my channel and look for any thumbnail that shows a cop video, because that can be proven wrong real fast. That's not the case. They don't always shoot. They don't always shoot. They seem to always shoot in certain instances. And we try to warn people, like over here, because we can say, I could critique that dude on what he should have did, but I don't know if the nigga heard him. But I damn sure can always advocate for somebody not getting shot. Man, I hope don't nobody ever shoot you in the back. I hope it ain't a strong wind blowing one day in front of your face and the cop behind you, and you can't hear shit because the wind blowing so strong, but they think you somebody and you just keep walking, they shoot your ass. Mm-hmm. I hope they don't do it. I hope they don't do it to you. But if they do, I won't cry about it, because I think that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. Until you threaten that cop's life, that cop should not shoot you. Until you about to threaten somebody else's life, that cop should not shoot you. Just because you didn't listen to the words that came out of his mouth and he shot you,
that's what they be on. I promise you, like they be on some shit where if you don't show respect for authority or discretion for the shield, bro, they have a whole attitude. I'm talking about they wear that shit like.
That's the unspoken rule, dude. That's an unspoken rule. It ain't about. That's why black folks had that conversation with their kids.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why black folks had it, and people don't think that black folks had that conversation with their kids. When you see these kids out here talking crazy to the cops and shit, or black folks talking crazy to the cops, you don't think they know it already done transpired beyond fucking. Okay, I did what I'm supposed to do, and now you still fucking with me. Now I'm pissed off. Right. Now I'm pissed off, and now I'm gonna say something to you, because obviously being respectful to you didn't do nothing. But that's the unspoken rule. Don't disrespect no cop. Black folks know that shit.
We raised on it.
I don't know what the fuck, man, dude. You can't tell a group of people that's been hunted down and fucking.
I went to school with Edward Snowden, man.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we went to the same school. We were classmates with that nigga.
Yeah, man, look, he got the hell out of here. Look, he's smart enough to get the fuck out of the country when he did.
Man, he started working with the government when he was in high school, man. I
can believe it. They recruit early.
He was in high school, yeah. He had a younger brother.
Programming.
Yeah. His younger brother's name was Eric. His name was Edward. And his younger brother committed suicide when he was in school.
Shit.
Yeah, and that's what they say. But after that, his parents left. His daddy used to work for the Coast Guard, but he used to do some CIA shit, and he got recruited. He got recruited in high school. Edward did, man, to work for the CIA, man, like 18, like right after high school. That shit was crazy.
Dude, they do a lot of recruiting, even though Trump kind of ended, for the black folks, the prestigious Black Engineer of the Year or whatever the fuck that shit is. They stopped recruiting for them. We don't recruit for black talent. We don't do that shit no more. Even though it ain't about race or nothing like that, we don't want to do that shit no more. We want to fire 4-star generals and hire 3 stars who don't make no fucking goddamn sense. But they will recruit motherfuckers in high school. Like the government always looking for talent. Well, not as much now, but they still looking for talent.
And when people like that, they'll fire. They don't give a fuck how qualified a person is. They want their people. So if I'm coming in with my own administration, I don't care how you been there. You support the last administration. So forget Forget how qualified you are for the job. We getting you up out of here.
Oh, and best believe, I'm about to do another Trump video, man, for y'all that like that, y'all that want to come around. Cause I know some folks like, oh, you just don't like Trump. No, I just don't like shit. I don't like fucking evil people doing fucked up shit. And for the people that don't understand, I'll show you facts and better than just telling you shit. Because I can tell you, matter of fact, it don't even matter if I show you fact, because you probably gonna still keep believing what you want to believe. But we got some problems in this country, bro. We got some real fucking problems, man. And it ain't just the liberals.
Either. No, the conservatives too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's gotta be a separate people, man, who like, man, listen, man, this shit, politics ain't gonna be able to fix. This shit here, this gotta be a people thing. The people got to come together.
Yeah, people got to realize what the fuck going on. And the sad part is that's what when you said it before, Wayne repeated it behind you. Once this shit starts affecting people, then people start realizing. And guess what? Some people starting to realize. Because I know your egg prices ain't went down.
No.
But remember, there was a whole bunch of bitching when Joe Biden was in office about the egg prices.
Talking about eggs. Wait till that shit get more widespread and more food, bro.
Dude, people in Huntsville, Alabama. People in Huntsville, Alabama got a surprising, I think, $100 to $200 increase on their electricity bill because this motherfucker in Doge wanted to cut out a government subsidy that kept their fucking bill low because the company was already overcharging them motherfuckers. And now they got a letter in the mail.
All the energy companies be overcharged. All of them. They full of shit, man. That's sad, bro.
Motherfucker don't give a fuck. Hurricane even said, he said my energy and gas bill high as fuck.
Yup. Yeah. Tell you, bro.
The motherfucker be thinking that shit sweet. Guess what? Your bill's going up, but your pay ain't.
Hell.
Why is that? Why is that? Think about that. Inflation been going up from the get-go. I heard a motherfucker say on national television multiple times, I'ma change this shit on day one. Bitch, we at like day 30 something. Bitch, my shit still high. I thought you could change it. Nah, that was just a trick to get dumbass motherfuckers to vote for you. And then tell motherfuckers at a fucking goddamn national at the fucking presidential, whatever the fuck, House of Congress and all that shit, talking about, yeah, we're okay with things being high for a little bit. Who you, the rich billionaires? Y'all okay with it? Because I know the motherfuckers that voted for you ain't. Half of them motherfuckers, man, that's the crazy shit. Republicans need to realize something. And I'm going to say this shit, and then we're going to try to slide, man. Look. Y'all think that y'all the party of motherfuckers that don't use the government. Majority of y'all motherfuckers on goddamn food stamps, Section 8, and goddamn government assistance. I don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about, bitch. I done lived in a red state majority of my life. I don't know who y'all think are the number one recipients of this shit. Y'all be sucking motherfucking goddamn government assistance.
Man, I'm talking about 2-3 generations beyond that shit.
Living off that motherfucking shit, man.
3 generations for 40, 50. I mean, the whole family.
Turn around and talk shit, man. You know how I got food stamps the first time? They gave me $32, but you know who hit me on getting food stamps? A white lady at my job.
Come on, man.
It's like, oh, baby, I don't even know why you ain't applying for food stamps. You know you can get food stamps. Just go online real quick. Like, I'm going to fill out your shit for you. This old white lady that been getting food, she said, I've been getting food stamps since I was 16 years old. Dang. 16. This lady was like 85. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? Like, y'all motherfuckers be trying to make all the stuff that they deem as somewhat bad or people taking advantage of the government. Just like you said, black ice, black tax, black this. Bitch, that's the same thing they do with welfare. When the people hear welfare, they think black people.
That's right.
They automatically think black people. You know who the biggest recipient of welfare is right now in the United States? One individual person? Take a wild guess. What individual person in the United States is the biggest recipient of welfare? Who do you think that is?
White single moms.
No. What? I'm talking about one individual person.
Oh, come on, man.
You ready for it?
Inmates.
Nope.
Who?
Literally, it's one person.
Come on, man. Who?
I'm going to tell you. The same motherfucker that's running Doge and supposed to be breaking your tax dollars down to give you money. Elon Musk receives $8 million fucking dollars a goddamn day from the federal government. That's welfare, motherfucker. And somebody gonna say, well, he's running companies and shit. Well, guess what? You know why they give people food stamps? Because they want them to be able to eat so they can go to work. So they doing something for the federal government because the work that we do is part of the GDP that keeps this country fucking running. So they don't want your ass fucking dying on the side of the road. So they'll give you a subsidy because they know they ain't allowing the motherfuckers to pay you enough. So you'll keep going to work because it builds up more money for the country. Elon Musk is getting $8 million fucking dollars a day.
That's crazy. That's
8 million.
That's unbelievable.
8 million. Give me $8 million one day, just one day.
Man, give me $8 million one time in life. I'm straight.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. Just give me $8 million for one day.
Yeah, I'm good.
You won't see me getting no money from the federal government no more.
Shit.
There's a motherfucker that done had to work for everything they got. Because I don't want to hear nothing about no rich ass people coming from. And I need to say this about all these immigrants that come to the country and talk about my family came here. We came here with no money in our pocket. Bitch, fucking shut the hell up. I know how immigration works. You ain't getting to this country coming the legal way with no money in your pocket. It's not cheap to come to America legally as an immigrant. Talking about my parents came here with just $1 to their name. Bitch, you need to tell that lie to some fucking little kid in elementary school, bro. But for somebody that know how this shit work, no, you were well off in your country, but you were tired of living in your country because you didn't want to fix your shit. And you came here with your money that you already had after you had already been paying money out to bribe the United States to let you in. That's why Trump got these new gold cards. You know these new gold cards?
I think the little Trump card.
You can buy your way into America, but you're gonna have to spend a little bit more money though. You're gonna have to spend $5 million. Before it was like a couple $100,000. Now you're gonna have to spend $5 million to get up in here.
Damn.
If you want that gold card. But nah, man, look, I get tired of hearing all these fucking these fake ass shit motherfuckers, these lies that people keep telling over time. Parents came here with goddamn $1 in their pocket. Bitch, how you survive with $1 in your pocket? You survived with $1 in your pocket and built the empire. Okay. Keep telling yourself that. Mm-hmm. Keep telling your dumb ass self that.
Mm-hmm.
They want to slap fire from these lying ass motherfuckers. Bitch, you ain't come over here with no $1 in your pocket, bitch.
Ain't no way in hell, bro.
$1 in your money, in your country money.
Right.
Convert that to American, you might have had $100,000, bitch.
Hell yeah. They all them subsidies, man. They got all that shit. Place to stay. The whole nine.
The United States government put motherfuckers up once they come to this country, man. They give them incentive to goddamn get to work. They do the same. They do the shit that they wouldn't do for black folks, man. Look, we gonna give you low interest business loans and everything. We gonna make sure that you productive once you get over here. But you wouldn't do that shit for the same motherfuckers that look like me and you. That's a slap in the face, and I think a lot of people need to realize that. And if they don't believe me, go Google it. Go Google it. That's the one thing that they can't fucking change. They can't change the history. Just like if you Google, did Christopher Columbus discover America? You can go Google it and find out he didn't. Nigga didn't even that.
Got a book on it. America Before Columbus.
First off, you can't discover somewhere that people are already at. And then on top of that, he never even fucking landed foot on the bitch that we standing on right now.
Right. So
but we want to keep promoting lies.
There you go.
So I'm like, look, man, people just need, look, I guess the main thing for this video, like outside of like, look, cops, don't be shooting people in the back. Stop shooting people in Americans. Stop fucking okaying this shit because supposedly they had a gun when we advocate for that. But man, look, we got to start looking out for each other and fucking tell the truth, bro. Like we need to hold everybody accountable, man. Accountability, responsibility. That's something that we all need to bear. We need to bear it. If you can tell your kid not to do the wrong thing, you need to tell your fellow American not to do the wrong thing. And if y'all not friends after that, guess what? That's somebody you shouldn't fucking be around. I know so many Americans that won't say something to somebody because they think they gonna get mad at them. Fuck if they get mad.
Yep.
come on here all the time. I don't give a fuck if y'all get mad. Bitch, you think my fucking YouTube numbers go down because of that? Hell to the no. I don't give a fuck if you get mad. We can have a disagreement and have a conversation and come to an understanding.
Right.
But it's not going to change what the fuck I say. Maybe you can fucking change it when we have our conversation to give me better information. Maybe I had a blind spot in my mind. Because Miss Alyssa, you done hooked me up on shit. You done hit me on shit. I ain't never say nothing to you about it, but I had a blind spot when you had a perspective on something. I'm like, that nigga got a point. That's what I had to say. At the end of the day, I can't deny it. He had a point. I need to be better. If you don't learn something, improve yourself every day, you wasting days. And we got a lot of people that's been wasting years. Man, look, you can always learn something from somebody, man. But I'm not going to change.
Everybody's a student and a teacher, my brother. If you ever become a point where you feel like you've learned it all, you just put a cap on what it is that you could put out.
Block information out.
You blocking it, brother. Absolutely. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Like, it's not about the messenger. It's about the message.
That's it.
That's it, brother.
And I had 5-year-olds teach me something new.
All day. What, kid? That's the
I'm dead ass serious.
Man, listen, bro.
The most innocent mind in the world done taught me shit.
Because the filters, they don't have the filters or the indoctrination. They still young in the game, so they still are able to see something for what it is.
They see the most natural shit, bro. They ain't been indoctrinated with the bias, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I'm being dead ass serious with folks. Like, look, I love to have other people's opinions. I love to have outside shit. I love to hear what other people got to say because maybe that might influence me to change something. But I know for a fact, those 2 videos I showed today, those situations should not be happening. They should not. Especially for the people that claim this a Christian nation. Thou shalt not kill, motherfucker. Where was that at in these situations? Especially when your life was not in danger. Because I do believe in self-defense. But where was that at? I believe we need to start holding people accountable. I don't care what your position is. I don't care what your job is. I don't care what you did between 9 and 5. Motherfucker, if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Straight up, bro.
Just like me. Me and you, we all gotta abide by it. You fuck up from 9 to 5, motherfucker, you gonna get hemmed up from 9 to 5 too.
No exceptions, man. No exceptions to the rule. None.
If everybody abided by that shit, man, we all be good, man. I think we'll be. I ain't gonna say we all be good, but we will be in a better place, man, because we all understand that is the rule. Don't have rules for thee and not for me, because that's what pisses people off. And that's where we about to be at. When Hurricane say when he throw this up in the comment section and he say Viva Revolution, that's where that rules for thee and not for me shit come out. And that's what you gonna get. You gonna get a Viva Revolution. That's why the same people that get mad when you talk about the government were the same motherfuckers, descendants of the same motherfuckers that threw all that tea in the goddamn ocean.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be anarchy. It's gonna be anarchy, man. Boston Tea Party, man.
And I don't think people want that shit, man. I really don't think people, because a lot of people, I don't think other people really truly understand what war look like. And war is not fucking pretty, bro. I don't think people really want that shit. So hopefully we can just do it the civil way. But eventually, man, if this shit keep going on, bro, it's gonna be a select few of people that's gonna have to. And when I say select few, man, it's gonna at least have to be like fucking 70, 80 million.
Yeah.
Select few that's gonna have to do this shit and get it right, man, because
unless they send you know what I mean, if we get another outbreak and it won't be no
knock some of them numbers off.
You already know it, brother.
We got a measles outbreak right now, man. They ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The motherfucker don't believe in vaccines no more.
I'm telling you. But they
out here dying from the measles, bro. When the last time you heard somebody die from the fucking measles?
Hey, bro, I don't even know if I was born.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if I was around, bro. I thought they been cured that shit by the time I came around. They
did. That's the problem. You call something they cured a long time ago.
You know what I mean? That's supposed to let you know, man, where the whole world is coming to. Like, we have to literally take accountability for our very survival.
Look, man, everybody life on the line, and like you said earlier, you got the same mindset that I got. This ain't about me. This ain't about you.
Mm.
This shit is about the motherfuckers that come behind us.
Come on, brother.
And if people think that's just some bullshit, just whoop de whoop.
Right.
Well, fuck, bitch, I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me, motherfucker. I really care about the motherfuckers that come behind me, man, because I don't know. A lot of people don't have the mindset of leaving something for the next generation. They don't think about that, and that's why they wonder why the next generations be fucked up.
Selfish, brother. Selfish.
You ain't leaving nothing for their ass, man. Nah. You setting these kids up for fucking failure. Yeah, you got all these baby mamas out here and all these fuckboy daddies and shit.
Come on,
but y'all setting them up.
Look at the culture, bro. Look at the whole culture, man. How you think we're gonna be able to sustain itself by what we're pumping in from social engineering? You know?
Somebody got to be a goddamn fucking block against that shit, man. That's why, look, I'm gonna continue to try to be that. I'm gonna try to continue to try to be my own look, man. Everybody got to do their own little part, and I'm gonna try to do my part, man. I'm gonna keep trying to speaking out. I'm gonna keep trying to speaking out against this shit, man. That's why I appreciate you coming up here, Lester. I appreciate Hurricane, because I know Hurricane, he be spitting this shit on his channel.
Oh yeah, man. Like, I want to support his channel too. What's the name of his channel?
Exactly what you see down there, Hurricane JW.
Hurricane JW.
Hurricane be spitting over there, man. I went over there many a times. Look, man,
check them out, man. And I be spitting. I just recently I put up a lot of content on my channel too, JBJ, man. So.
And shit, put it in the back chat. Put it in the private chat. Put it in the.
It's my name. It's
okay, just listen. Look, I'll be over there tonight. Matter of fact, stay in the back chat when I end this bit, so I can go over there and we can look at it together.
Yes, sir. I'm with it, man. Right. Man, I feel like, man, God is linking up His people, man. Like this shit here.
And God only got one people, y'all. Just so y'all know.
You already know.
He love everybody, but he only got one people.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
But look, man, I want to leave everybody with this, man. Look, first off, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All that in the bag of chips, man. Make sure y'all do that for your boy. But once again, the saying for the night, the saying for the day. The saying that you need to carry for a long time and spread that shit to somebody else. What you're not changing is what you're choosing.
Yes, sir.
Please keep that in your soul. What you are not changing, what you see that's a problem and you don't change it, you're choosing it. Whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your job, whether it's in your day-to-day life. If you're not changing that problem you see, you choosing it. Just think about that. Middle on that shit. I don't know what the fuck you need to do, man. Figure it out. Know what you need to do. But guess what, man? We appreciate y'all, man. We gonna catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.